Hello, I'm Chris Solo, and welcome to the realms of Ukodor, where I've gathered my friends to play some Dungeons & Dragons. But before we get started, let's go ahead and dive into our announcements. We do have very special guests today. TJ Gatsby from Master Monk Gaming.
Master Monk.
Can you see me? Hi.
We can see.
I'm the only one.
Okay, because they're...
Master Monk. He's Master.
Oh, I gotta go to the channel. Oh, now I can see me.
Okay, perfect.
Hi, everyone.
So we are on Mixer, and we are new to Mixer. As you can see right above me, we are at 30% of our goal for partners. So go ahead and keep sharing the word. Let's get those follows up. The only way to support the channel right now is through our Patreon or Tipstream. So go ahead and check that out.
Tipstream.
If you want to go ahead and support the players while they're in conflict or any other time, if you want to donate potions or inspiration or spell slots and all that, you can check the menu down below, and you can use Tipstream. And it's a really quick process where you just enter the information, and then just make sure you let either myself or one of our moderators know who the potion goes to. Big shout out to our longtime sponsors at Griffin Co. All the 3D printed items that you see throughout our campaign is provided by them, so go ahead and check them out as well. Another big shout out to Nerdsmith. We are partnered with Nerdsmith, so they are a group of fellow tabletop creators and gamers and everything else, so go ahead and check them out. You can check out their Discord. Speaking of Discord, make sure to join our Discord so you can chat with the cast and other fans of the show and get any specific updates and such that we have going on. Speaking of other updates, we have Ukodor Con coming up in October 25th to 27th at the Game Castle in Mountain View. We just secured a painting group, so we're going to have a painting competition where minis and paints will be provided. So if you're able to attend the event, you can go ahead and get yourself some minis and get some really awesome painting tips. We also have some Adventure League tournaments going on as well. There's more information coming as we get closer and closer to that. So make sure to spread the word and get your tickets. Also, side note, it wasn't clear before, but children 12 and under are free to Ukodor Con. So make sure to tell your friends with kids so they can go have fun. We do have a lot of giveaways today. So once we hit, where are we at? 750 followers. Once we hit 800 followers, I will give away the little mini set from Dirt Cheap Dungeons from their Kickstarter. This is a very exclusive item. Very fun little plastic minis that you can use on your table, and they compact very, very nicely. So that's at 800 followers. Once we get to, if we get to 50 live viewers, we will give away the $50 gift card to Die Hard Dice. And if we get to 30 live viewers, we will give away a Master Monk t-shirt brought to you by our friend at TJ.
Master Monk. That's my thing.
We have sizes small, medium, large, and extra large. I think we have a few 2X as well left over, so anything outside those size ranges.
So they can even be like a dress. Someone can like buy a big one and like just kind of like make it into a dress.
Yeah, like I could wear an extra large. And...
I like that. I was thinking ahead.
There we go. Also, have some new, somewhat exciting, somewhat sad, somewhat complicated news for the future of the Realms of Ukodor. Next week will be our last show where we're all in the same space. Starting starting September 25th, we will be fully remote. I will be moving to Oregon, and some of the other party members are also going to, have the ability to spread out as they so choose. Same time, the show will be the same in theory, but we will all be remote. So you'll see some changes, and make sure to check us out on September 25th, our normal Wednesday show. We'll be having a Q&A and such during that session and testing out all the mechanics of the remote show and answer any questions you guys have. So we do appreciate all your support and love. I will reiterate and add some more information next week as our last live in-person at the same table show. But yes, with that, let's go ahead and get ready for the next chapter of
The Realms of Ukodor.
Welcome to the realms of Ukodor.
And welcome back. Last we left, the 5 party members quickly came up with a solution to get off of the island that Granasso has called his lair. Jadobi and with the help of Bjorn, they were able to dig a hole through the backside of the mountain to the cliff's edge. At the cliff's edge were the 5 party members and Aika all held hands and took a leap of faith. Falling through the sky, they were able to hold on to each other, staying as close and as compacted as they could as they fell 1 mile, 2 miles, 3 miles down below the island, trying to get to the threshold where magic could be used again. Barakabu was able to identify that Granasso had spotted them and did a leaping dive off of the mountain and islands, swooping down for the party. The party got to about 4 miles or so when Granasso let out a giant fireball, wounding some of the players. And right as the players crossed that threshold and did a plane shift towards the air ward, Granasso snapped down hard with his teeth, missing the party. Shifting over to the air ward, the party appeared in a relatively safe location, about 30 feet or so off of one of the rivers of the central location. Falling into the water, Jadobi was able to quickly hold his breath as he turned into a giant octopus, grabbing the party and getting them to safety. There they were able to stay, get some rest, and half of the party went ahead to investigate where they saw the giant cherry blossom forest, where Denahi was curiously intrigued by some of the gems that were growing on the ground. Soon to find out that it was not behoove of her to try to steal some of those gems, as some of the Arakokra guards landed and it kind of instructed them to keep their hands off. After some time, Jadobi and Aika did continue to meet with the party, where they did get some information and started heading towards the Lake of Patience, where they met Tortle the Tortle, a very old temple guard who really helped instill some patience with the party, taking them up 2,000 steps towards the city of Ania, where they were able to take a breath for a moment. Entering the city, they did some shopping. They met some new friends, some new half-orc friends. Ended up going to the tavern to decompress and just kind of take a gut check moment and just pause, seeing all the happiness and the townsfolk just going about their day and living the best life that they could. Piquing some of the interest of their friend Farlan, who's been through a lot and really was unsure of his next path, decided to stay back from the party and try to do some help with the city, joining one of the guards. They did start walking towards the temple, where they said their goodbyes. Jadobi and the rest of the party did meet Matara, and they began to walk up the steps towards the Sakura Enclave, and that's where we're picking up.
As we walk, follow Matara through the Sakura Enclave, how do the hallways look like? What's it look like in here?
I mean, you're still on the steps at the moment, so you're still walking up the steps to the
Following her.
Yep. As you get there, the gate is very, very large. The gate is wide open, and as you get into the doorway and walk past the threshold, you do see dozens of Arakokra walking around. You see other druids of other races and upbringings, and you see a familiar face. Actually, you see your friend Zin looking through some books, sitting on a bench on the left-hand side of the entranceway as you walk in.
Oh, hey, Zin.
Oh, shit.
I'm glad that you're nice and safe.
What do you mean? I'm always safe. It's good to see you.
Yeah. When we were getting attacked by a demon horde, you kind of bamfed out and vanished.
No, that definitely wasn't me.
Yeah, no, I saw you. And where's Pao Pao?
He's fine. Same as me. He's around. I don't think he's here. Last I knew, he's upstairs, or I don't know.
Glad to see you.
He's not really his keeper.
Ah.
Seems like you made it. Fine.
Barely.
Good.
I just kind of stare at him for like a minute.
I continue reading my book.
I hit him on the shoulder really hard, like, it's great to see you. And I keep walking and following Tara.
As you continue, Zen, were you staying there? Were you following the party?
I'll stay where I'm at for now.
Sure. As you continue through the space, it is very beautiful. Very like there's tons of vegetation inside of this building. It feels like more like an organic building of sorts, where you do see a lot of cherry blossoms and flowers and trees within this space. And the ceiling is actually very open. Like there's just open, kind of very similar to the courtyard of yours back in Edak. She does kind of take you to what looks to be like a meeting room of some sort. Please, follow me.
Yes.
The rest of you just following on?
Taking in the scenes.
Okay. So, Shidobi,
Yes.
I've heard much about you and your friends. What can I do for you?
Well, we have... Tortle, can you show her your gauntlets? So, we got these in the Earth Ward, the stones, the power gem, and I have come here to get the power gem of air from you. I know that there was a trial, but we have a problem back on the material plane, so we really need it.
Yeah.
Have you?
Be ironic if your trial was for us to go get rid of the dragon.
That would super suck. Don't say that out loud.
Taking notes.
Matara, don't write that down, please.
Yes, we are aware of the conflicts out there in Ceros and other lands. We're trying to do our best to take care of some of them. Granasso just proved to be too strong for what we could afford to give.
Rightly so.
Yeah, I mean we have plenty of work here in the city. There's have a seat. Are you familiar with the land here?
I take out the map. Sort of. So, I have a map of both the city and the ward itself, and I've kind of gotten somewhat familiar with it, and I just kind of like keep looking at the maps.
No, not quite familiar yet.
So, first course of action is familiarize yourself with the land.
Done.
Everything north of the water is relatively safe when you're on the mainland. You shouldn't have too many conflicts there. Once you cross that water to the south, be on guard.
So would it like the southwest or the southeast? The southeast looks like it's pretty nice.
Probably the Misty Wilds. Would a
That's-
Power Stone be there?
It's very astute of you. I don't actually know where the Power Stone is in our lands. It's in one of two places. It's either the temple in the Misty Wilds, or it's in the Frosty Peaks, in the old abandoned dwarven mines.
Old abandoned dwarven mines. That's a mouthful.
It is.
Sounds safer.
Okay.
I mean, the Frosty Peaks is a more dangerous place than the Misty Wilds, but it's entirely up to you. We have other things to do if you don't feel like you're ready as well. Time does go much slower here than it does in the material plane, so in theory you do have a little bit of time anyway.
Slower here, so as in
Yes, you might be here for a week or 2 weeks, and maybe minutes might pass in the material plane.
okay. Same as the RoU, okay. What can you so since it's either in the Frost Peaks or the Misty Wilds, what can you tell us about the Frost Peaks?
Not much. I mean, it's strange that that land is frozen to begin with. Everything here was supposed to be in a much more warm, humid climate.
Mm-hmm.
For as long as I've been here, and my mother and my grandmother before her, that land has been cursed to some end.
Any dwarves still alive? Maybe ancestors who've lived there in the past?
None in this land, no.
What can you tell me more of this curse? What have you heard?
Haven't heard much, really. I mean, it's something along the lines of potentially when Granasso took over the gate, he messed with the lands over there as well. So I don't know if his pull goes through the gate or what. But even getting there is tricky. The bridge that bridged the gap from our island to theirs was destroyed about the time Granasso showed up.
I see. How do you only travel by bridge here?
I mean, we have the ability to fly, but
Yes.
no, most people use the bridges, but no one goes there.
No one else has the ability to fly here.
I mean, even if you have the ability to fly, you don't possess the chemical makeup as the Aarakocra do with the magic of this land to be able to fly, above that barrier.
Yes, that was actually a question I was going to ask you later about that. All right. Well, that's what we know about the Frosty Peaks. What can you tell us about the Misty Wilds?
I mean, the Misty Wilds is a typical jungle. I mean, it's full of danger and it's full of mystery. That's essentially where we get most of our food and fruit and such. We go down there, we harvest, we hunt, and then we come back.
There's a hunt.
The Aarakocra don't tend to be the hunters. Usually some of the other ones do the hunting. We are limited with our numbers, and we try to maintain a vigilant with the actual perimeter of the land. So we try to keep watch from afar and be able to protect the people of this island as much as possible.
Yes.
Might be nice to do something in a warm climate with plenty of food around for once.
We've never had a food problem before, have we?
There's an abundance.
I wouldn't mind a hunting spree. I haven't hunted in years.
Noted, okay. So for the hunters that go to the Misty Wilds, they would be pretty familiar. Do they have a chief? Is there someone in charge of the hunt? Or who can we speak to?
I mean, if you go to the Wailing Arrow, you can talk to Mox.
Marks, I've met him, yes.
Oh, you have? Okay. Yes, he's the one who orchestrates the hunts. He's kind of the lead huntsman of sorts. He doesn't go there very much anymore, but he does kind of instruct and educate the hunters that do venture that way, and equip them with what they need.
Good to know. This hidden temple.
Yes.
I imagine you couldn't tell us exactly where it is. Is that a part of the trial for me to find it for myself?
The last time we cannot fly over there. Just so we're aware, there's some enchantment with the Misty Wilds where we have no ability to fly over there.
Where does the enchantment stop? Like on the wall of the island, or like how far can we get before?
The actual island of the Misty Isles. The only way to get there is through that very long bridge.
I gotta say, Matara, I was partly excited to be here because I thought there was going to be a lot more flying, but
well, I mean,
flying is really dangerous here. I guess.
You're free to fly as long as you stay within that 40-foot threshold. Just don't go above 40 feet and you won't fly away.
Stay in the kiddie pool.
when Robert tells me that, I just go, I'm hurt, getting under control.
It's okay, if you guys need anything, I am a supernatural being with wings made of luminous light.
Yes, I can also turn into things with wings, less light.
Even if you are able to, you still will not be able to pass through the magical winds that do protect the island.
Just the magical winds that protect the island.
Yes, we have a magical barrier at that 40-foot mark that only the Aarakocra can fly through.
I see.
Protect us from dragons and other entities that come here to...
Is there any way that you could maybe bestow that upon us for the time being? Or teach us if
Prove
there's a-
yourself for us, and we could bestow the means to do that.
So if we complete the quest, we can come back in Noon Game Plus and have a faster go of it.
Sure.
Yeah, they're not.
We've only killed 3 dragons and saved entire civilizations.
We've kind of talked about the whole
Totally.
dragon.
Let's just go plunge back into danger. That's why we're here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, you know, I mean, you were asking for things to complete, and like I said, we cannot fly to the Misty Wilds. So even if we did bestow that ability to you, that would not do you any good to get to that island.
is there any way to prove our worth of this ability before we go to the Misty Wilds? Like, is there anything that any task that needs to be done here that's important that I can prove myself to have this ability before we leave for the other islands?
Crime organizations we can eradicate.
Clean the commode, teach children martial arts.
The second one was nice.
Well, it looked like you knew our new friend Zin over there. We were
The
needing.
old one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we're familiar with him.
We were looking for an escort to the Willow Winds. It's a relatively simple and safe journey, but we don't have the means to do the escort at the moment. So if you're able to do that, it's a relatively light lift, and it would
And who
be a
are,
giant favor for me.
and who are we escorting?
Zen.
Zin and another accompanying another member of our council that needs to go to those libraries up there.
All right.
That old man can fend for himself.
He really can't.
I mean,
That was perfect.
He really can.
you're by all means, you're able to check some of the other shops and other people within the walls of the city. I mean, I'm sure there's other
Alright.
odds and ends that you could complete as well.
All right. Well, all right. What can you tell us about the Willow Winds, the island?
I mean, it's relatively straightforward. It's a very peaceful land. You can go meet Ganal Mistral there. He's very old,
Mistral.
very old elf. He's been managing our libraries up there for quite some time.
Okay, right. Manage the library. What is the name of the library?
Through the Wind.
Through the Wind is the name of the library.
Yes.
Okay. Through the Wind.
Sounds like a romantic song.
I suppose it does.
Not that I know of.
Okay. Well, I'm sure Max can say something different to that.
True.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Is there any what could we expect on the path to the whirlwinds or while we're there?
I mean, the path is relatively safe. Like I said, there's no natural dangers there.
Okay.
Can't speak for any other foreign travelers or anything else that might be roaming those lands. So still be on watch, be on guard. But it's the land itself will not harm you in any way.
Good to know. How long is the travel from here today?
If you're moving at a brisk pace, maybe a day, day and a half.
A day or a day and a half. Okay. Good to know.
Will we have to pull any switches or number sequencing or anything like that?
You're asking for like puzzles or
It's a
something.
great question.
We've been scarred.
we did one. We did one thing. Sorry,
We did that one thing twice.
we did. I thought the second time would be easier. I digress.
And both times I wasn't present. I was in like another.
Not that I know of. I mean, Ganal is old,
your entrance?
so be godful maybe.
Okay. Good to know. Thank you for all that.
Was there any other information you like, or would you just like to touch base when you get back?
Will I know when we put our eyes on the power jump air? Do you know what it looks like, or where it would be? Like, would it be embedded in a wall, or a treasure
No,
chest? Or...
traditionally the power gems are guarded by a being of sorts. They were bestowed upon some sort of ancient beings long ago, and with the powers of those gems given to the wrong people, tend to turn those people a little dark. So they end up becoming a problem. They used to be wardens, and now they're a pain in the ass. Coincidentally, you could probably get a lot more information about them written in the woods, in the books in the library that you're potentially going to.
Right.
But I have never seen them, no. I mean, my best guess, and some of our casters and other spell arcane users would suggest that it's either in the Frost Peaks or in the Temple of Zohar.
In the Misty Wilds.
Correct. But I mean, you're free to investigate, to roam. We'll give you as many resources as we can. Scout the locations. If you don't feel all warm and fuzzy, by all means, do not go in there. I have never completed this task, and I know many who have tried to complete this task. And the further you get into this journey, the more difficult. Like tenfold every time that you complete the task to obtain a power gem, it does get more difficult.
Did my grandfather try? Zelarosian?
Zelarosian is your grandfather. Very interesting. Not to my knowledge, no. I'm not sure.
Alright, thank you, Masara. I'm all good. Is there anything else we should ask before we go?
Feeling better, Torque?
Yes.
I think I can have upstairs to that.
Yeah, we're gonna escort Zen to a special library.
Okay, let's go.
Alright, I guess we're all good. Thank you, Masara. And I'll do the druidic thing for buy. I'll just be like... Now we'll walk out. Zen, grab your things. Let's go. We're going.
Very well. Let's just be on our way.
Yeah. Good to have you back. You're half. He's half elven too, right? Zen. He's
What?
Half elven.
Yeah.
All right.
Someone else does Torque know how to read.
Oh.
Damn.
Yes.
As we're walking out, we're
Something I'm
about
supposed to
go
read.
through the door. I'll call out. One last thing, Matara. The Temple of Ganu and the Misty Echoes. Can you
Yes.
tell me anything about those?
I mean, the Temple of Ganu is the Temple of Ganu. That's where believers of that and want to go there and just take a moment and pause. It's funny you mentioned the Misty Echoes. That's where you're going to be meeting Baka. That is the gentleman that you'll be escorting.
Baka.
Yes.
Baka?
I feel like in another world that would be some kind of insult or something. Baka.
It was an insult back at the monastery.
What
Not that it relates to my name being Baka.
What did Baka mean back in your monastery?
Incompetent.
Let's not bring that up to him.
Well, enjoy.
Thank you. So Zin,
Yes.
it looks like we're taking you and Baka to a library in the Willow Winds.
Yes, the incompetent and the incontinent.
So that's who they chose. All right. Let's get on with it.
That's what they chose. What do you mean?
I asked for an escort. You'll have to do.
Yeah, I guess we will.
Usually he's the one looking for escorts.
Not
Oh.
true.
He failed really badly last time.
I
out.
have
That's
not.
okay, because he has a baby mama back home.
I
He probably
have
doesn't approve
not
of him doing
spent
that.
Does
dime.
strike me as that type.
A copper. I mean, I've not spent a copper on anything.
She
Welcome
was
back.
Seem like
real.
that type of elf.
No.
What was that? I'm
I
sorry.
think it was the overdosing that happened from those mushrooms.
You
of
have no.
sorts.
From what I hear, that usually will impact his ability to perform regardless, so it's probably for the best.
It does. It's an enhancer. I keep walking. I'm gonna
boy.
take a. As we're leaving, I'm gonna cut a right to the Temple of Gnu as we're walking the talking.
You're going to the Temple of Gnu, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta look something up before I like. But yeah, that's where I'm.
You're gonna look up the same thing I'm probably looking up?
Probably.
Alright. So you guys doing anything else on your way over there?
No.
Any stores or shops you want to stop at? Anything else that you'd like to...
Oh
yeah,
My
okay.
bling. Thank you.
Oh, I see.
Stop and grab some.
We just found it at the same time?
Yep.
Some potions.
Okay.
Might be good.
Okay. And anyone going with him to the Emporium, probably?
I'll go.
Okay.
To us.
So you'll make it to the temple first. As you enter the temple, you do see several patrons that look to be, holding some sort of trinket or item to pray with, and some people are leaving at the end of the hallway as you walk into the space. And it's how can I describe it? It's not necessarily a building. It's a series of pillars on both sides with kind of a top on it, kind of like an old ancient Greek building, but just with no top. At the end of it, you do see Tortle sitting there looking through some books.
Tortle.
Yeah,
Hey, you made it back up.
every day.
Nice, nice.
Yes.
Did anyone come with me to the temple?
I'm outside.
You're not walking in the temple?
Why would she walk into a temple?
I'll turn around and not see her. I'll see her like out the door.
Mhm.
Denai, are you coming in?
No. I'm gonna walk around a bit.
All right. Okay.
Holler at me. Just kidding.
Deuces.
Just say hosts and be fine.
Catch me outside.
Tortle, it's really interesting that you have a temple to a Eastern god in the like a druidic system like this. I was just
Eastern god, you mean? What?
yes. We typically have a more spiritual, more.
Oh, the druids, yes. Yes.
Are you? I'm sorry. You're not a druid. I'm sorry.
No, I'm not.
Sorry. Oh, sorry.
How
Understood.
presumptuous of you.
I apologize. Who runs this temple?
I do. I said that before. Were you not listening? Do we have to get soap? I have soap here somewhere.
Please no. Thank you. I'm just gonna walk around and look at the
Sure.
temple. And are there people in the temple yet?
No, there's.
Oh yeah, you did. Sorry. I'm sorry. Moving too fast.
It's moving too fast.
Cool.
That's why it's patience and slow.
Patience.
Slow down.
I'm just gonna take a couple laps around the temple.
Sure. Okay. You guys going to the shop?
What's can I buy a rare? In other words, what can I find at this
Sure.
emporium?
As you get to Swiftfoot's Emporium, you just see Alton Swiftfoot. You've seen him here once before. He's a. I lost him. Is he human? I thought he was something else. He's not human. What was he? Halfling? Halfling. He was a halfling man with the chops. What can I get for you? Huh?
Yes, my good sir, I'm looking for some superior healing potions.
Oh, I might have those. Yes.
Good.
Can I get anything for you or anything else?
That's it for me.
All right.
I'm just looking around.
Oh, all right. I'll be right back.
Things start falling into the pack.
Rockable, what were you doing?
Rockman was lost deep in thought, and when he snaps to, he realizes everyone has left him.
Oh, that's sad.
Wah, wah.
Denani, were you walking around or just looking around?
Yeah, I was gonna look around at what's outside the temple.
I mean, the temple is pretty straightforward. You do see a lot of flowers. When you look outside of the temple, you're kind of in a residential area, so you do see a lot of more eastern homes. With the homes are actually like peaked a little bit, and they kind of poke out a little bit past the actual siding of the homes. You do see a lot of cherry blossoms and other really bright and vibrant flowers and colors.
I'm gonna
Lots
walk
of
through the
purples and
neighborhood
pinks.
a little bit.
Okay.
As I sit in that main area, unsure where my friends have gone, do I see any animals?
Perception check.
15.
15. You do see several of the multicolored birds and the six-legged squirrels kind of just moseying around. But that's about it.
Can I catch the squirrel?
You can try. Do a dexterity check.
Well, that's a 21.
21. After some time, you're able to kind of you grab one.
Does he panic?
Freaking out a little bit, yeah, because you're
I soothe him.
animal handling.
Oh, I have a surprisingly good animal handling. Hey, look at that. It's an 18.
18. Okay. After some time, you do soothe the little six-legged creature.
Okay, I'm gonna name him Solo,
Fair.
but spelled differently.
Okay.
Seauleaux, with a silent Q at the end to follow Ukodor naming conventions.
Fair enough.
What crazy color is this?
That squirrel is like purple and blue.
Does the squirrel play well with Arlo?
I don't know.
I left Arlo back in the other ward.
Yeah, you left him with
Remus?
Remus. Yeah. He's on the boat at the moment. So some time passes, and Alton does come back up. Well, yeah, I do have 2 superior healing potions. 450 apiece.
Let's call it 8 for the lot. You've got a deal.
Persuasion check.
8 gold for the lot?
800. Oh wow, yeah,
What was it?
not good.
What was it?
3.
3. I rolled a 2.
Oh.
Wow.
Yes!
What's your plus?
Oh gosh, not
Both of
good.
you are.
+2, so 5.
Oh yeah, you beat me anyway.
That's me.
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah. There you go.
Very good, very good. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Anything else?
These pieces of armor and boots and things like that.
Yes.
Anything special about them?
We don't have many special things. I don't get many magic items. I mean, I can dig and see what I have. Do you have anything specific you're looking for, or do you want me just to list them off?
Well, these are thread-borne boots I have on. I'm looking for something to at least re-sole or maybe put new boots altogether.
Sure. Let's see here. Give me some time. Anyone else doing anything else while I'm switching?
I'm probably still making my rounds, seeing everything. I'm probably gonna ask Nortle something.
Go ahead.
Nortle,
Yes.
do you? I'm sure you already know about this curse on the northern land up there, the icy land.
A little bit, yes.
Do you think that perhaps Ganu has something to do with it, or do you think it's solely the dragon?
That's a great question. I don't feel in my heart that it is Ganu, but I never really know. I've never ventured there, so I'm not totally sure.
When you pray or speak or commune with Ganu,
Mm-hmm.
does he ever answer back to you in a way where you can truly understand?
Well, it's not riddle. Not really. They kind of are assholes that way.
Who are assholes that way?
The gods.
Ah. Fair. Alright. Well, me and my friends may be going up there soon to grab a very important item. If you could send the good words for us to Ganu, that would be really kind.
I can do that, yes. Here, take an amulet of his. Just a trinket. It's something to pray to if you feel so inclined.
What does the amulet look like?
You would ask that, wouldn't you?
I would ask that.
You
Have
would
you
ask
met
it.
me?
And I'm not ready.
What does the wind feel like in this atmosphere?
What's
Jesus.
humidity?
It's
Like a gentle brush.
it's a round amulet, and within the center of the amulet, it looks like it's almost like a mountaintop, and it mirrors it on the bottom. So the
sigil.
it's like, but it's like positive negative. So it's like a solid mountain. So it's the solid, like, it's almost silver color, and then the bottom is just an outline of what the bottom of an iceberg would be.
Interesting. Can it be opened, or is it only just like a?
No, it's almost like a giant coin, but it's all cut out.
All right.
And it's it's like that big.
I take it. Jadobi is not completely big on organized religion, but he does understand that there is a lot of overlap between organized religion and like the true like spiritual whatever.
Sure.
So he'll say thank you for this. I'll definitely keep it with me. Thank you.
I will. We'll put in a good word for you as best I can, anyway.
I do like a polite elven bow.
Okay.
I'll walk out.
Okay. What's everyone else doing?
I have used my hat of disguise to take the form of a large blue squirrel with extra arms that are just empty sleeves.
Okay. A few children cry. Surprisingly, not as many people like take note of this new form of yours as you would assume. Like they see crazy things all the time. Apparently,
I wouldn't assume anything. I have no concept of social inequity.
that's true.
Yeah.
Do I see a giant blue squirrel?
Perception check. What's everyone else doing? 10. I mean, Boo does stick out as Boo, but Boo Squirrel definitely sticks out. So yeah, I would say
Squirrel.
as you are walking around, you do see a very character that you can only assume would be maybe Boo, because he still has the same pants. He's just a big blue squirrel. Maybe.
You mean I wore pants as a squirrel? I didn't.
I don't know. I just assumed you kept your pants on. I don't
How
know.
many dongs does a six-legged squirrel have?
Ooh,
I don't know.
you didn't know.
6.
One for each paw.
Wow. Wow.
Classic.
Wow.
I don't say much, but everyone says it.
Alton gets back to you. We're squirreling a little bit, no pun intended. Well, yeah, I was able to dig up a. These boots are magically enchanted to kind of make you go a little faster.
Really?
That's all I have.
Well, they're good boots. That's all I need.
Yeah, 550 gold.
550? That seems extreme.
Those are on sale.
I think I should get it for cheaper.
Why aren't you intimidating? You roll an intimidating or persuasion check? Oh, halfling guy's shitting his pants at the moment.
I hope he is, because that was a good roll.
Roll
19
one.
plus
That doesn't
5,
matter.
so 20. Okay.
20. I mean, I could do 400. I guess that's a really good deal, though. They usually go for about 750.
Really?
Yes. I sent you a Facebook message of what they are, by the way,
Oh, okay.
so you can read them.
I still think you're getting over on me, but here.
Thank you. Pleasure doing business with you.
That was 400.
Mm-hmm.
I approach Barakabu like eating a roll, just staring at him in his squirrel face.
Does my squirrel react to this proximity of roll?
Your little squirrel or you squirrel?
Either. More so the little one. Little solo.
I mean, he seems curious, maybe.
This is my new friend.
You replaced Arlo already.
No, they're just building a family because I never had one.
Ah.
You want to feed him?
No, it's my role.
You want to feed me so I can give it to him?
Fine. And I hand him rest of my roll.
The whole thing?
Don't make me change my mind. Does he eat it?
It's a very interesting sight you're seeing with a giant blue squirrel feeding a little small squirrel with 6 arms. Or
It
6
would make
legs.
great bait for our hunting purpose.
They make great
I
bait.
intend for this pet to survive and not be killed repeatedly by you and the others like my other.
I'll try to restrain myself. Do you think there are hamsters here? I look around.
Perception check.
Wild hamsters roving the jungles.
Oh, damn it. I got
The party's gonna start a zoo.
6.
6? No, you don't see any hamsters or anything. You see a couple birds that do fly away, but that's about it.
Can Denahi just roll a perception check for hamsters anytime she enters a new area now?
Sure.
Hamster detector.
All right. So, you still in the temple? Or are you heading out? Or
I'm starting to walk. I'm going to activate the ear cuff.
Mhm.
Hey guys, where is everyone?
I almost never get used to that. You can't hear him, can you?
Hear whom?
Oh, Jadobi's talking to me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes. I
Anyone?
suppose we should continue on our way to the temple.
Hello?
Very well.
Rockaboos,
Yes,
giant
we hear
blue
you. We're
squirrel.
on our way.
Alright, do you want to meet in the center of the town?
Where?
In the center of the city.
Oh, I
Just
thought you
go
said
to where there's a giant blue squirrel. Trust me.
Giant blue squirrel. Oh.
giant.
I'll
blue
walk
squirrel.
around the city streets.
doesn't
looking
take
for-
you guys too long before you see Denahi standing next to a giant blue squirrel with 6 arms.
With a small blue and purple squirrel.
Can I guesstimate, like, what this is?
I would assume so.
It would seem some sort of trick or something going on with these two.
Can we comprehend what you're saying?
Yeah, it's just my outfit.
I'm just making sure. I'm not sure if you changed your language too.
Bronson?
It's more like
That
squirrel.
squirrel.
It's like squirrel cosplay.
Yeah, it's like I'm wearing like a bad mascot suit of a squirrel.
Just dripping sweat.
Okay. Really believable, Rockaboos. I almost couldn't tell that it was you as a giant squirrel who was also blue.
Torque, what don't squirrels like? I
Well,
imagine lions would be up there.
weapons.
Weapons, no. Something
Traps.
alive.
Pretty much any apex predator that exists.
I would imagine that's true.
Good. How do you feel about being polymorphed? Nah, screw it.
I'm just gonna turn him into a tiger.
Yeah. Torque.
Yes.
Okay.
This should be
You know, there's a
interesting.
bet in the chat about how long my squirrel lives.
Is there really?
No. Does
Squirrels ate pickles.
because it's just regular polymorph, right?
It's just regular.
So it's
So I still think like me.
Yeah,
I'll
you're
still
catch a
you.
tiger
You're
suddenly
still
and
you.
attack it. Okay.
But
You can do that too.
I'm also going to.
Can you make a dexterity save, Rockaboos?
I'm going to give him a suggestion that he hates squirrels.
What's the save on that?
It's a wisdom save, so
What was your dex save?
17
17.
plus 12 on dex saves.
So yeah, the squirrel kind of
Yeah,
gets startled
wisdom
by
is
it and
20.
dives into your pocket.
20.
20?
On the wisdom.
Okay. Roll a wisdom save.
Zen,
Yeah, that's
maybe
not
we're
gonna
going
happen.
maybe we're going a little too far, Zen.
This is in seconds.
Yeah. Sorry, it's a 10.
10. Yeah, you
Oh, no.
you don't see a little squirrel, but you do see a very big squirrel.
And apparently I charge an attack.
Oh,
Well, like, you hate it. You don't necessarily. attack
Oh,
it. You
okay,
hate
sorry.
it. You don't like squirrels. I
But I'm under protection of Sanctuary, so he has to beat a wisdom save or have to attack someone else.
That's true. So you're not? Are you attacking or are you just angry?
No, he just doesn't like
When he
the
explains
squirrel.
that, I don't like him. I just.
You're gonna have to attack Zen instead.
So if he provokes him, you know.
Okay.
This is why I said squirrel would be great bait. No.
Okay.
Life's all about keeping things interesting.
This is
Not,
true.
you're just not lying. No.
Knowing that I am under protection of
bet's on the
sanctuary,
tiger.
I taunt the tiger with my booty boo.
Can you make a another wisdom save for me?
You definitely have Fey ancestry. And
4.
4. Yeah, can you roll an attack? You go to attack Rockaboo, but
I don't know what the attack is. It's plus what?
I don't know. Just use your
Just do unarmed.
yeah, your unarmed is just do plus 7.
Okay, well that's only a 12.
A 12. Zen, what's your AC?
But my unarmed, by the way, is plus 14.
Oh, then do
well.
14.
So then it would be a 19.
19.
Yep.
15. Yes, 15.
15. So roll a d8 plus 7.
7, okay. Sorry. I can't remember what my D8s are.
oh no.
Very peaceful area and tigers. And,
A D8 plus 7?
yeah,
In blue
It's a
squirrels.
10.
10. So as you do this, and you're like, you have to keep things interesting. At that moment, the tiger goes to attack Squirrel Barakaboo. Does a little head slant and turns and jumps towards you, and you take. Well, how many points was it? 17? Was it?
No, it was
10,
only
10.
it was only 10.
You take 10 points of slashing damage. as-
Oh god!
Oh dear.
Talk, don't kill him! He's old! He's old! Stop!
Sometimes these things backfire.
Ah.
I dispel.
Okay.
Is he still
What the hell?
No. We'll try that again later.
Maybe not. Are you okay? You alright? Are you okay? Are you alright, Zen? Are
I'll be alright.
you sure?
Yeah.
Alright.
I felt I couldn't control myself.
Magic. It's weird.
About this time, you see a very strange-looking Tortle walking up. His shell isn't like a typical shell. Like the back of the shell looks like it has like plants and things kind of growing out of it. It's very it's like moss and all sorts of other just like wild vegetation growing out at the back of his shell. Are you taking me? Are you my escorts?
How did you know who we were? Who told you? How did you know where to find us?
Matar told me to come here and look for you.
Here in this very spot with the giant blue squirrel.
In the center of town, yes. That's where you're standing.
We probably stick out versus the locals.
Yes, that too. And I already know Zed.
You probably could have led with that.
Yes.
I'll lean over and whisper to Denahi. I really want to go to the Misty Echoes. I really want to go. But he's here. Damn it.
What?
Snoozy lady.
I mean, you're welcome to go, but I
was
need
whispering
I need
that.
to get going. I have very good hearing.
Go for it.
With my little natural 20.
Alright, let's get a move on then.
Are we ready to go?
I don't know. Let me see if I'm missing anything. And I start to think.
Your pride.
No, I still have that. I haven't
I'm
lost
not
that yet.
sure. Are you sure?
I'm positive.
I think I have a hairball from Tor.
Hey, are you from here, Baka?
Yeah.
You're from here, right?
Yes. Yeah, I'm from here.
Are there job boards here?
Job boards. Maybe. Yeah.
Where would they be?
Some of the shops or other.
Oh, it wouldn't be like a one area. It would be in different locations.
No. It's usually jobs for.
Skilled artists.
Yes. Because usually the people are very busy and they want someone else to do something. Yes.
Awesome. Great. Your friend. How do you know each other?
I
Oh.
just met him yesterday
I was gonna say I popped up here and
in my lake. It's
uh,
very disturbing.
yes, about that. Sometimes this amulet doesn't quite work the way I want it to.
I see.
But anyways, he pulled me out. I'm not very good at swimming, but
Swimming in my bathwater is disturbing.
he's the weird one bathing in the water. Anyways, he pulled me out, took me to the library, and I've been there since. Then you guys showed up.
More of
Here
a
we
dust
are.
bather, huh?
Yeah.
More of a dust bather?
more of a bathroom bather, not a lake.
He probably does prejudice. I can't say it.
This lake is dirty.
Prestidigitation. There it is.
There it
Having
is.
been in
Yes,
it.
yes.
It's dirty water.
It's like body soup.
Mm.
Well, that's why I drink it afterwards. It's refreshing.
Still a bit
Sorry,
upset
that-
stomach, yeah?
Sounded disgusting.
Yeah, I'm sorry. All right.
Apparently he makes tea from it. Mm.
You should really try
And people
some
have
of that.
problems with my pickles.
We can all stop talking now.
I just need to grab one thing before we go. Two things, because Ica. So one, I'm gonna grab Ica. Two, I'm gonna go to. Two, I'm gonna go to the one of the stores, probably the general store,
Okay.
to get something, to buy something.
Okay. So you take some time. You get Ica. Ica follows you.
Hey, buddy.
Greg is still on his back.
Hey.
Heading to the Emporium, I assume.
Yes. If that's the general store, that is where I am going.
Hello. Yes. What can I do for you?
Hey, good to see you again, friend.
Yes. You as well.
I need to get something. I need to get a gift for a guardian spirit type situation as an offering.
Okay.
What would you What would you suggest that I get to offer a great god of time in Door Passage?
I wouldn't have a clue.
You wouldn't have a clue.
We have hourglasses. Maybe that's the only time thing I have.
Yeah, I used that last time.
Or a sundial, maybe.
The information that I got was, I felt that it was bad because I had a bad offering. But all right, sundial, you say?
Yes.
Is it 25 gold? I need an offering of 25 gold.
You can buy two.
I can buy two.
Yes, it'd be 30 gold.
30 gold.
Yes.
Since I'm getting them in the bundle, can I go down to 25?
Persuasion check. Damn it! It's my third natural one today.
Crit happens.
Natural 20!
Oh, yeah.
Yay!
Sure. Yeah, we can do that. It's fine. 50 gold. There you go.
Did you say 50?
Yes, 25 each.
No. 25 for the bundle.
Yes, that's right. I'm sorry, I misspoke.
Yes, okay.
Yes.
These are 25 gold. Thank you
Because
so
you're
much.
gonna offer two of them at the same time. I got it.
Thank you so much for your time.
Words are hard.
They are. It's difficult. There's so many languages. I know like 5.
It's one of those days.
Well, you have a good day.
You as well.
And I'm gonna walk out and meet up with my team.
Okay.
Alright, I'm all set. Have you been to this library before where we're going?
Not that I recall. Maybe eons ago, but no, not anytime soon. That's why we're going. There's some books I'd like to read.
Really?
Mm.
Well, you weren't sent here on any special recon mission or anything.
Who would send me somewhere?
Is he lying?
I don't know. Ask him if he's lying.
Well, do I have to
Inside
roll to
check.
see if he's lying? Well, I want to know.
You can roll a deception check if you're trying to lie.
Oh, damn it.
Should have kept it out of the box.
Exactly.
What's in the box?
14 insight.
Are you telling the truth?
Yeah, tell the truth.
Okay. Alright. Well, let's get you there. How about you, friend? Baka? What
Perception check.
Perception check?
Yep.
26.
26. You get like a tail end that you see Baka by the front gate. Like he's already started walking.
He's pretty fast for an old man.
I mean, you've
huh?
been gone for a while, so yeah, he's already started walking.
Well, looks like he's leading the way. Shall we?
We shall.
Alright, I walk out with
Okay.
Ike at my side.
Okay. Anyone doing anything else on the way out? Okay. So you meet up with Baka. You take some time to go down the 2,000 steps into the Cherry Blossom Forest? Or are you just continuing through?
A lot of steps.
Yeah. As we're walking, I'll just be like,
Did you get Ike done, by the way?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, okay.
does
Right here, Buck.
does Ica? Is there any?
fucking owl bear.
Since Ica's been with us all this time, I'm walking downstairs and everything. Does he smell anything new on anyone, any animals or anything, or is he just chill?
You can do a perception
My
check.
toasted thighs from walking down all those steps.
Right.
So you have toasted thighs?
Toasty. They're toasted.
Let's see.
Good leg workout.
So Ica rolled a 9 plus his insight or perception. Which one is it?
About this time, I'm letting my pet Solo get some air.
I'll say 25. 25.
25, yeah, about the same time, Ica starts sniffing around Rockabu's new pet.
So,
I probably wouldn't notice. Okay, we're just walking. As we're walking, I'll
Is that for
talk
me?
to Zin.
No?
No.
Fine.
you did answer that like a question.
You actually... Ica actually didn't eat my pet. He just listened to me. I'm not noticing this because I'm so astounded I'm telling Toby.
Dexterity save.
30.
I had a 26 too. Damn.
Damn.
About that time, you see Greg just and like dive towards the squirrel.
Greg!
But as he's talking, he just
The squirrel is invincible.
kind of moves just casually out of the way, and Greg just goes flying.
And technically I could have re-rolled it for a perfect.
Oh, you could have.
Yeah.
Do it anyway, just for fun.
Greg, stop.
Nah, no.
Leave his. Don't you hiss at me. Leave his squirrel thing alone.
And he turns into a ball and he starts rolling away.
Ah, gotta love him. Love him.
Zen
Oh
is
yeah.
just having growing animosity for my new pet.
Zin, you seem very familiar with this ward. How often do you visit here?
Not very often. And with the woods here, it's a very simple question. Wood is wood. Yes, there's trees. I'm familiar with those.
Wards. The wards.
The wards.
The wards.
The wards.
Towards what?
Where are you from
I feel
again?
like he's speaking a different language sometimes.
I'll speak in Elvish to him. Are you familiar with the different wards?
No.
You're not, but you can go there.
Yes.
Have you been to the fire?
Wait, how did you get to the earth?
I don't understand them, but I can go there all the time.
Experience.
In Elvish, I'll just be like, have you been to the Walsa or the fire wards?
Yes.
What are they like?
Watery and fiery. I don't know what you're asking. I am familiar with the wards. I'm jesting with you. But seriously, specifically, what are you asking me for?
I'm trying to get information about the different wards. I hear they're dangerous. I'm still learning more about them. What can you tell
What do I know about these wards?
me?
I mean, it's been some time since
Yeah.
you might have traveled to some of them. I mean,
Has anything changed?
No, I mean everything is
They're fairly-
relatively yeah.
Okay.
From the last I checked, there was nothing dangerous about these wards. Nothing to fear. If that's what you're asking.
I suppose that's what I'm asking. I guess that's the I'll take it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And yeah, that's it. We just kind of walk. We just kind of walk and chill.
I removed my squirrel mascot costume as it's now getting fairly warm,
Very.
though I could have simply willed it away. And after I remove it, I will it out of existence.
Okay.
But my squirrel is still riding upon my shoulder.
Okay.
Does my squirrel have anything to say?
You're just sitting there.
Maybe we should ask the squirrel what he knows about the area.
You can talk to animals, can't you?
Yeah, why not?
I mean, he spends a lot of
I
time
like-
in the trees.
As light kind of flickers from my fingers, I like pat graze my neck. Hey, friend. Yes, I'm talking to you. Hi. It's okay. It's alright. Don't be shy. It's okay.
It's not okay.
I'm gonna do animal handling to kind of chill him out. It's
Roll,
alright, friend.
roll it. Yes.
It feels like yes.
We're gaming.
17.
17. What?
Hey. So we're new here.
Yes.
What can you tell us about? Do you get out of the city much?
No.
No, I could tell. Well, can you tell us anything about your natural land here?
Yes.
What can you tell me? Take your time.
I think it's a simpleton.
Yes.
Ask him if he likes his
slower.
name.
He probably doesn't know his name. I mean, he doesn't. You've given him. He can't understand it.
Oh yeah, but you can tell him.
What's his name? What name did you give him?
Solo.
You know, I should ask you first. Do you like this being? Do you want to stay with him? He may feed you.
Yes.
So he wants to give you a name if you're okay with that. He wants to call you Solo. Are you alright with that? Do you like that?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, he's fine with it.
Feeding us all this.
Zin's over here trying to feed him a pickle at the same time. But
What food do you eat? What food do you like?
Yes.
Can you say anything other than yes?
No.
that's the squirrel.
Oh, he knows no. Okay.
Oh.
Feed him a pickle.
He ate the pickle.
No, Zin!
Yes.
Oh.
No.
Just like a little dog when he eats a hot dog and just
if I
eats
end
it.
up
That's what he
with,
does
like,
with the
a
pickle.
This squirrel eats eats the whole pickle. in
What
one
was
go.
it again?
It's a D8, I think.
It's a D8.
I like this creature.
3.
You're good. It feels the squirrel feels better.
Yes.
Oh.
Maybe don't feel like
Hey,
you
let's
can
have
see
a
it.
try.
I have been feeding him
No.
pickles the whole time.
Got a pickle-eating six-legged squirrel.
Well,
Yes.
since you would like to stay,
Let's not say that again.
since you would like to stay with him, he's gonna. If you hear the name Solo, he's speaking to you. Okay.
Yes.
We often find ourselves in
How long does
dangerous
this spell last?
situations. 2 minutes.
Okay.
We often find ourselves in
Yes.
dangerous situations. So listen carefully to your name, so we can protect you and all that. Okay.
Request, since the spell will last for 10 minutes and he's done with the conversation, as we traverse, could the squirrel just intermittently scream at him and only Joby can hear it?
Like how so?
Does this thing have
Like
Tourette's?
gas sound.
Do you have a Tourette's squirrel?
Yes, it's a
Okay.
purple pickle-eating Tourette's squirrel with 6 legs.
Is
Got
this in
it.
your backstory? But okay.
Any other
It's in
questions?
your
Last
backstory.
question is like, yeah, what do you like to eat here? What do you like to eat, period, so we can feed
Do
you?
you like to go for long walks on the beach?
Yes.
Pull out a
Good
jar
enough
of
for
pickles
me.
and shake it.
He likes you.
Yes. Yes.
No.
Put him back.
No.
I don't think he likes you,
Yes.
Dobby.
Yes.
No.
Okay, here
No.
we
No.
Another pickle.
Oh.
4.
Oh.
go.
This squirrel is so much luckier than me.
And we keep chilling. You said we're walking through the forest.
Yes.
The forest now.
Glad we're done with that. Yes. We were walking through the forest.
Okay, and we're passing by like all those beautiful gems and things.
Mm-hmm.
Are
Are
there...
we tying Denahi's hands together?
What?
Oh,
Oh,
see
yeah.
what you're gonna do.
Are there lots of other fauna? Wildlife.
You can do a perception check.
Fauna plants?
That's more. That is a 20.
20. I mean, you don't see anything that's close to you at the moment. Last time you walked through here, like they were kind of off in the distance to kind of stay away from the path.
Mm.
But there is more wildlife, but they're not in your immediate area.
Do the trees themselves tell you anything?
They can.
We both like arch our eyebrows
You
at each
seemed
other.
awfully excited about that.
It's what I do.
Maybe it's time to get some wood.
What would you like to ask it?
Well,
Ask it if this hurts. And I take out a
No!
little knife and I stab the tree.
Zen!
That's what all those dudes
I'm
show
not gonna
up.
talk to that tree. I'm gonna talk to a different tree.
You really stab a tree?
Just like a
talks
little,
to the
you know,
tree and that
little
tree
knife.
goes,
Just
Make a dexterity save.
Oh god,
I'm not gonna talk to this tree. That's good for you, Zen.
it is actually 16.
16. 18 hits, right?
Yeah.
You take 8 points of bludgeoning damage as you go to stab the tree.
Alright.
One of the branches just whacks you right in the face. And goes back to its
shit.
form.
Zen's gonna end up offing
That's a
himself
new
just
trick.
through like backfiring things.
Let's just beat the old man. This
I just thought that, you know, you were asking these questions of Zen and maybe the trees would tell you instead.
So, I've deducted that these trees don't like to be stabbed.
Yes.
Clearly.
Zen, please, I ask you.
How'd you figure that out?
Scientific method.
There's only one way to find things out when you're not a tree talker
We are
like this
trying-
one.
Throw the squirrel at him.
We are trying to escort you to a place safely.
The squirrel.
Please don't hurt yourself out here.
Well,
Don't
then
make it
protect
easy.
me. The tree just attacked me,
I
and
didn't
you've
know
done
that you were going to
nothing.
attack you.
You've done.
But don't provoke trees or anything else.
I've stabbed many a tree in my life, and they've never stabbed back.
We should incinerate it.
This
You know,
one.
I'm gonna walk up to the tree. I'm not gonna catch this spell. So the tree that moved.
Mhm.
Can you hear me?
Perception check.
I'm rifling through my spell book.
19.
19. As you say that, you kind of see like the leaves kind of flutter a little bit.
Where's the Aarakocra?
This is so new. I love this. It
Understands
understands
when
me.
it gets to this area. That's why they asked us to listen.
Tree. You know, it's probably best if I could actually talk to you. So 1 second.
That's where we encountered them before, Mr.
My eyes and tattoos are gonna like glow green,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna like do some sigmatic gestures,
Okay.
But they said that this, I'm trying to look
and I'm going to cast speak with plants on the tree.
Sure.
A nice, a nice gentle touch as the energy goes through it. And actually, it's a 30-foot thing too. So all the plants in a 30-foot radius gain sentience, and they can like move and talk and dance. Hi, I thought this would be better.
What are we in the middle of a musical?
Perhaps.
What can I do for you?
Hi. We are new here, and we're traveling up northeast.
Yes.
Can I hear this?
What can you?
No.
Okay.
But you can't see the move though. You can't understand, but you can see the move. What should we be aware of on our journey there? Do you know? Would you know?
Things are not what they seem.
I can tell from you. They are not.
Be on guard. Trust no one outside of the city.
Trust no one out of the city.
You ever had a meteor?
Outside of
Outside
the
of
city.
the city.
Yes.
Thank you for this this insight. Is there anything that we want to ask before we head on? Oh, he said that to be careful, nothing is as they seem, and be on guard. Don't trust anyone outside of the city.
Not reassuring.
Maybe you could ask him, have anyone else taken this path recently? And perhaps that way we know if there is anything of it.
Has anyone else taken this path recently? God, my words. I'm sorry. It's really hard to speak tree.
Have to be more specific.
Can we be more specific?
Any baddies?
Any bodies?
Baddies.
Baddies.
Baddies. Bad
Any
bad
bodies?
people. Evil people, bad people.
No,
Just
evil does not
bodies
walk
that are alive.
in these gardens.
Well, there was a card.
What do they
that
say?
went
no, evil does not walk in these gardens.
That
Which is
could
true.
be useful.
It could be useful.
Why
This
not?
could be a good hideout.
I have a question for the DM.
Yes.
Since these crystals are
DM talks like that now?
right? Since these crystals are growing out of the ground, they would be considered plants, right?
No.
Would they be considered crystals?
Because you said they were like potatoes last session.
I said they like a potato, like they're in the ground.
Potatoes are vegetation.
My God, I was just describing that it's coming out of the ground like a plant, but it is not a plant. It is a mineral.
Can they
Let's not be pedantic with the
I'm gonna
DM,
cast.
okay?
I'm gonna cast talk with rocks.
can they explain
I
to
don't,
you
sorry.
why
That's not
people
real.
can't penetrate this land?
Um,
And if it's something that we could utilize or weaponize.
may I ask?
Is that a personal? Is that a
I like where
personal
your
question
head's
for a
at.
tree?
You've gotten smarter since the last time we've met.
Just
some time in the
like
future.
we showed
Oh.
your old friend
Yes.
that we cannot be harmed.
Yes.
We will not allow ourselves to be harmed.
So it's not an enchantment. It's just you are guarding this.
Yes.
Understood.
And there's lots of us.
Understood. Out of this.
A tree just had a valve.
Do I see any like
It's an organ.
sap or anything? coming out of
Jesus
the tree?
Christ!
Wow.
No,
Wow,
it was
what
just
is
him
happening?
moving. It was just
Okay.
him moving,
Okay, I was like,
and my back hurt, so I was trying to incorporate it into the thing.
I love it. I'm with
Yes.
it. Keep doing it. Last question. I think.
No, there's no Sabbath word. Jesus, you literally said let's move this to teen, and
Hey, this is a team thing.
okay.
Last question. I think, my friend.
Yes.
Let me try to remember the question. In the other aisles, the other floating aisles, and
Yes.
on our way there. Once we leave this wood, the other wood in the different areas, are they like you as well?
No, they are different, but the same.
Understood. Thank you so much for your time.
Stay guarded.
I will. And I
Watch
will,
the old one.
I will do my best. He's old and rickety, but he can be kind of quick.
Like me.
Like you. All right. Have a good day.
Anything useful?
No. Well, not really.
I gander he just insulted the tree there
Dex
at
save.
the end.
Me?
Yeah.
Did I say something bad?
Yeah, you just said nothing useful.
Well, I was about to say something. I was about to elaborate.
Roll the
Yeah.
save.
Okay.
You're not the DM. You can't tell me what to
Trees
do.
are
Dex save.
temperamental. They act in the moment.
Dex save, please.
Hey.
I gave this thing the equivalent of a paper cut, and he thinks he can insult it.
21.
21. You do save, but you do take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as a branch kind of smacks you in the ass.
I look around. Why? What was that for? What did I do?
Whoa, did
I thought
that
we were
tree
cool.
just give you a good game?
I
What was
gave
that?
you lots of
That was for good
information.
luck.
I was about to tell him the information.
Assume positive intent.
Hmm.
You are old, aren't you? Yes. You have a quick temper, just like an old person.
You ever seen Evil Dead, the first one?
A long time ago.
Though I like your spice. Keep it up. I walk away.
Branches.
Dan knows what I'm talking about.
I like that one. So the way that there's no enchantment on this forest or this garden, it's just that the trees themselves protect it as they did when they beat up Zen. So
And you.
they don't allow.
Are you able to move other things when you shift them to other planes? Like instead of just us?
Yes, I've never done it before, but in theory I could.
Just
Why?
imagining if we dropped Granasso into a forest full of sentient trees.
I think he would burn it all down. I don't think I want to do that.
This could be interesting.
I don't think I would ever do that. Ever.
I'm on board if he's not.
I'm watching you, old man.
At the very least, a few trees might be harmed, but
I can hear you, Zen.
This is an entire
You
forest.
talk very loud.
I
You don't know
know.
how to whisper.
oh,
It's the hearing, really.
And I just keep walking
They're both
forward.
doing the same voice to go.
So
I wasn't trying to either. Just I hear it and then it's gone.
Yeah, but it happens.
but it happens.
But it happens.
Very well.
Oh,
so I keep
God.
walking to northeast.
Okay. The rest of you following, or just everyone's just continuing on?
Yeah.
Okay. So you take the better part of the day and you get towards past the area where you kind of landed, and you get a little further north. Everyone make a perception check, please.
And as we pass the town, I'm explaining to my squirrel Solo the
Wow,
adventures
natural
we've
20.
been on.
Nice.
So that he's fully informed.
Got it.
21.
21.
17.
17. 13.
20 for me, and for Ica, he got a 10.
Okay. So everyone except for Ica and Zin does catch like a tail end of it, but you do get towards the northeastern side of this island where you see what looks to be a rope wood bridge that kind of goes off into the clouds.
Roughly,
That's a bridge to nowhere.
I don't trust it. We should.
you don't trust anything behind you.
That's true.
Yeah. Roughly, since we've been traveling, what time of day? Is it like noonish, or is it like, how long have you been traveling?
I was saying the better part of the day, so it's like late afternoon.
Late afternoon?
Yeah.
I'm gonna use my telescope and get a better look at this bridge.
Perception check.
With advantage for the telescope?
Yes.
Aha. What? It's the same thing. 11.
11. You look at the bridge, and the bridge goes out maybe 100, 150 feet, and then it gets lost in the mist and the clouds. You don't see an island structure that way.
How wide is the bridge?
5 feet.
Oh.
This is terrifying.
If you guys are nervous, I'll take point and walk ahead.
You mean all the way across where we stand on this side, and then you tell us it's safe when you get there?
Yeah, I mean, if I fall, I'll just fly.
Before we do that, Baka,
Testing out the bridge.
do you know how long the travel is on this bridge going to the next island?
Like a mile or something, yes.
That's not too far.
Yes.
We can make it over there. What is with that
A mile
eye
is
tool?
not too far.
No, it's not.
This bridge is
Are you
On
nervous?
that bridge.
Are you nervous?
A mile. On that bridge.
Are you nervous?
Wait, are we going to answer this question? That bridge for
Yes.
1 mile.
Yes, Tom.
If you're concerned, I could cross the bridge and be back in under 10 minutes.
Great. I'll be over here sipping some ale.
It's because Boo runs a sub 6 minute mile.
Okay, well, while Buddha does that, I'm going to talk to Baka.
Oh, okay.
I'm tying
Yeah, do a
my
dex save.
waist with rope.
To where?
To the one end of the bridge. Just in
Oh, okay.
case.
Okay. What is it?
That's a 32.
Okay.
Baka, so
Yes.
you're from this world, yes?
Yes, you've asked me that already, I think
I
twice.
probably did. I'm probably gonna ask you again too. Prepare yourself.
Are you old?
I am old, actually. Don't let this beautiful body fool you.
I don't even know what to say to that one.
What kind of scenery, or maybe not scenery, atmosphere can we expect once we pass over to this island?
It's like a forest and mountains and stuff.
Forests and mountains?
Yes.
Are you okay?
Are
Yes,
you
stop
telling
asking
me that
that.
thing is going across the bridge as well?
Yes.
He is.
He
We
also-
are escorting him and that.
He also hasn't stopped walking. So like you guys have.
No, I got him.
Well, you've walked like you walk a while and then he kind of catches up. I mean, he's not there yet, but
I
he
see.
hasn't stopped. He's just
I see.
slowly moving as he's
I
talking
was
to
stopping
you.
before he got to the bridge.
Have I,
I'm walking across the bridge.
We're waiting for a friend, not yet.
You can wait.
No, I grab him.
Okay. Strength check.
Grab him and hold him.
have I made it back yet?
Yes.
I thought he was bigger than that.
What did I see?
You saw an island with large rock-like spires with vegetation and trees and all sorts of things and birds and all sorts
But
of.
no problems?
Nope.
Alright.
22.
22.
Strength.
I hate it.
Roll again. We tied.
This old turtle rolled a 23 strength. 5, 6, 7, 8.
8. Off me! And he starts as he says to get off me. Boo comes back. I need to walk across the bridge.
Take your time.
Who wants?
Hey, everybody! So it's safe.
You safe?
Yeah, it's just the island on the other side.
Of course it is.
Great.
Be a chicken.
You're not going first, friend. You're gonna be in the middle of us on this.
Well,
very
walk
small
fast.
bridge. Who wants to be in front?
Me, I'll go.
No, I don't think you should go in front, Denahi. I feel like you should be.
First, yes, and then he says you're not allowed to.
No, I feel. If you want to, yes. If you want to, yes.
She has a tail for extra balance.
I just start jogging because
I imagine if I voted myself in to go first, you'd also say
Do
no.
a dexterity save for me.
Who's next?
I should really take up the rear.
Okay.
That can be decided.
My legs are getting a bit
Maybe
tired.
I stay here.
I'll carry Zin.
Is that Ika?
Yes.
Thank you. You're a good man,
I'm a
Boo.
little too wide for this bridge.
Ika can help you out with that.
I kneel down so that Zin can get on my back.
That's great.
I rolled 17.
17. Okay. You take
What a
you take
Yoda
some
was
time and you
in.
get to the other side.
No. Okay. Then I cut myself.
They're riding Zin's out there. Look out!
Ika, we'll fly over. I'll fly with you, okay? Ika, you've done this 1,000 times. It's gonna be alright.
I've done it 3 times, but okay.
It's gonna be alright. I'm gonna go with me and Ika are gonna fly over. Please keep those two in the middle, please.
Why don't you just turn him into a snake and carry him?
I'd rather fly, actually.
No, yeah, it's pretty cool.
Owl.
Okay.
Hop on.
Cool.
Grab Greg.
Fond memories for.
Oh, you're hopping on him?
I'm hopping on Ika.
Got it. Okay.
And I'm gonna
So
grab
he
Greg,
takes
and
some time.
I'm gonna make sure we're gonna stay under the 40 foot. Maybe like do like a little dip. Just like, you know.
Do a dexterity save for me. For Ika. Torque, you're going across?
Yeah,
Hold
I
the
guess
flag.
so.
Dex saves for you guys. You're carrying him. You're running across.
Do I need a strength save as well?
Do I get to assist him?
He's an old man.
20.
Kidding.
20? Yeah, you get across with no issue. Actually, it doesn't even feel like you're holding anything on your back. It's interesting.
Not very much.
Yep.
17
And when we
pounds.
get to the end, I RKO him.
17.
And he breaks in half.
Not really. I take it back.
I take it
Like
back.
twigs get a snap.
Like, hey, look, we
Sets me
made
down
it.
and I
You're
break.
safe. And then,
What was your save?
RKO.
21.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was.
Yeah, I forgot. Very distracted this episode. Lots of
Damn,
squirrel.
What am I?
Dexterity saving throw, please.
10.
10. You're able to get across as quickly as possible. Something that Barakabu didn't quite notice as he was running across. Not all of the panels are there, so you're like kind of focused on going. And there's a couple times where you got your foot kind of goes through a hole, and you're like, okay, and you're just you little pucker, but you do make it across, no issue.
From the owl. Oh, I'll wait.
Well,
Oh, yes.
I mean, I weigh a decent amount.
So as Ika is flying over and it does swoop down, you are below the barrier, the magical barrier. However, once you leave the main island, there's a crosswind that is relatively strong. Can you please make a strength saving throw for Ika?
You got this, buddy. You got this.
And for yourself, actually, to hold
Okay, well,
on.
let me do Ika first then. Strength save. Here we go. Ooh, go ahead, Ika. That's gonna be 20 for Ika.
20, okay.
As an owl, and then for me, 4.
4. Ooh.
You're doing great, Twoga!
With his 20, okay. So as you were kind of like holding on Greg and you're holding on to Ika with one hand, you're kind of looking at Torque and you see Torque kind of struggling, but he's getting across. Ika gets hit with a cross breeze that kind of came out of nowhere. Ika trying to like fight the wind, and you actually lose grip of Greg and yourself, and you let go of Greg and hold on to Ika, and Greg disappears into the clouds.
Oh no, it isn't. Keep going. I gotta go get Greg. I jump off and I turn into a giant eagle.
Dexterity saving throw, please.
Giant eagle dex.
Giant eagle dick.
They
Is that
have
what you
no
just said?
thumbs.
Dex.
18.
18. Perception check.
What is? Oh, not that one. I might go with the dice jail later. Perception. Oh, it's still my own, actually. 24.
24.
Yeah.
You swoop down and you see Greg, like a little ball of stone, like kind of hiding, and you're able to find him and you grab him and you swoop up and you're able to get closer to the island. Can you please make another dexterity saving throw for yourself?
I like the shot put style. That was interesting.
Thanks, bro. Dex is going to be 12.
12. You are able to get past that barrier and get across the other side.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Am I with everyone else, or did I make it
Everyone's on the other side. What are you guys doing?
Is there fruit anywhere?
Fruit? Perception check.
18.
18. You do see several what looks to be apple trees.
I'm getting one of those.
Easy deny.
I will feed my squirrel an apple.
Not everything is as it seems. Remember, just be careful.
Oh, it's too late.
Okay.
And you're eating it?
Yeah.
Constitution
The
save, please.
snake told her to.
What's my squirrel's
We women and our
constitution
root
save?
of all evil.
What's your scroll doing?
Oh yeah, I gave him an apple.
Oh, you can just roll a d20.
What was my save?
Constitution.
It's not looking good for the
It's
squirrel.
not looking good for the squirrel at all.
16.
16. Okay.
Better feed him a pickle.
A 1. He's eating the apple, and yeah, he starts kind of gagging and choking. And it's more on the peel of the apple. It's like, you know, that you need to take a big bite, and it gets stuck in your throat. And he kind of hacks it up,
Oh.
and you're fine. Yeah, the apple's an apple.
Are they particularly ripe?
They're
Poor thing.
perfect.
You hand him another pickle.
I mean, squirrels have no
2.
impulse control. That squirrel is.
2, 3, and 4 have been okay.
How has nothing happened? Let me have one of those pickles.
All right.
Deny.
D8.
Yep.
7.
You're good.
That wasn't a D8. That was a D12.
Damn, it's under the bus.
Wow, just
So good.
6.
leave her be.
If you're gonna gamble, you're gonna gamble right.
All right. So
Seems the pickle formula is improved.
apparently. So as you guys are walking around on this place, can you all make a perception check, please?
Missed the tower.
21.
21.
I'm
10.
blind.
20 total.
20 total.
See nothing.
8.
19 for me.
19.
And for Ica, 17.
Barakabu, Aika, Jadobi, and Torque do see what looks to be a relatively large building up in the mountains, off in the distance.
There's something up there.
Yes, yeah, that's where we're going. Let's go. Yeah.
All right. By the looks of it, can I tell how long it would? Oh,
Awfully pushy for such a slow entity.
Andy.
You're awfully bossy for a tall entity.
He was whispering.
I have good ears.
You have no ears. I don't see anything.
You don't see the wind, but the wind's there.
Looking at it, how long would I guesstimate it would take us to get there?
An hour to get to the steps and maybe 45 minutes up.
And what time of day is it now?
Almost evening.
Almost evening. Do we
We'll
want to
get
keep
there
going,
by
or do we
the-
want to call it and camp?
We shouldn't go into this jungle when it's still dark. We should make camp here.
We should totally go in while it's dark, because then it's cool, because we don't know what's coming.
If you would like to go ahead and
Thanks,
scout,
Blair.
yes. If you want to go and scout out the woods while we make camp, that sounds good.
Okay.
Okay.
I will scout.
Okay. Perception check. Are you just looking for a good place to camp?
No, they're setting up camp. I guess I'm scouting ahead.
He's just looking to see if there's anything going on.
Yeah.
Okay.
15.
15. You look around and you don't see anything that looks dangerous or anything like that. Relatively safe.
Relative.
Seemingly.
How long have I been gone?
So,
I don't know. 20 minutes or so as they're setting up camp.
Okay, I'll move another 20 minutes ahead before I speed back.
Do another perception check.
And that should give us about 3/4 of the way to the path. That one is a 20.
20. Same thing. The path for the most part is, the sun is starting to go down a little bit, or it's starting to get darker. It's not really like the sun is going down, but the path looks clear. Doesn't look like there's anything dangerous.
Okay. I also just looked up the math on it, and apparently I can run up to 26 miles per hour.
Jesus.
According to my character speed.
Is that without flying?
Yeah. Good lord. Yeah.
So like sustain.
Yeah, I guess I'll sprint back to camp.
Okay. And you guys take some time and set up camp. And that's where we're going to take a break. So I'm going to go ahead and do a mid-show giveaway, so hold tight for one second.
Mid-show giveaway.
Get your stuff done.
Good shit.
I'm hyped.
So go ahead and hit exclamation point
You're
raffle
good,
to
alright.
enter in the giveaway. We will be back in roughly 10 minutes. See you guys soon.
Roughly.
Roughly.
we're back. Congratulations to D20 Initiative for winning that giveaway.
Hey!
Make sure you join our Discord and I can and PM me and I will get that out to you ASAP. Yeah. So you're camping. What are you guys doing?
Camping. You just said so.
This isn't hard to figure out.
As we're setting up, I'm probably gonna do something. So I know we're outside of the woods, right? So are we just like on grass terrain right now?
No, you're kind of on the edge of the woods. There are trees around you.
Oh, there's trees around us.
Yeah.
Awesome. How big are these trees?
Not that big. Like big to travel through trees, or
Yeah.
just nah. Yeah. Perception check.
Nice. 29.
Jeez, nothing. Shit. 29. Yeah, there's most of the trees are relatively small. They're not very mature trees.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
They're immature trees. They're
Um,
just sitting around snickering, making dumb jokes.
That's what we do every Wednesday, isn't it?
Okay. Noted. I am noting what you just told me.
Noting.
Thank you for the knowledge. You love it for something. Alright. Did you find anything in the... Are you back? You're back, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, I went most of the way all the way there, and I didn't really spot anything. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. I guess the trees are pretty good at keeping this place safe.
Nice. That's what I like to hear. Tree power. About it.
Well, then why don't we just go from one tree here to the other tree at the end?
Because I don't know where the other tree leads.
Is the other tree on a hill?
I have to know where I'm tree moving to.
Is there a way for you to see my memories?
How are we?
To see your memories?
And would that count as seeing the tree?
Unfortunately, see, it's funny you bring this up, Raku. I've been actually practicing my mind psionic abilities, and right now I can only make people do as I say. I can't necessarily read their minds yet, but I'm working on it. It's kind of a faith thing. Maybe Zen knows.
What do I know?
Do you have any like kind of a mind
That's the
melding
question.
powers?
What does he know?
I do. Specifically, I mean, I did just get a tiger to try to attack a squirrel that ended up attacking me.
That's different. You compelling something is different than like seeing what it's thinking.
Ah. No, I cannot see into people's minds.
I see.
I
mean,
can
you
see into his, though. It's not much there. But we like him anyways. We keep him
Yes.
around.
Yeah. How's
You're my favorite.
Oh, I know.
I don't care what anyone says. Gotta make him feel better about himself.
You're bad at whispering, Zed. I keep telling you. Work on it.
Whack.
Whack.
Whack on
Good
it.
Lord.
Yeah, whack on it.
I'm happy that I wasn't the only one that heard that.
And we're back.
And off the rails.
So this is what I'm going to do. Once we make camp and everything, I am going to cast.
I have nothing that lets me read minds. Sorry.
That's all good. I literally was just looking at the thing a second ago. I'm going to cast something. I'm going to cast plant growth, and I'm going to grow.
Growth or grove?
Huh?
You making a grove, or you just
Growth.
growth?
Plant growth.
Okay.
I'm going to grow a 4 large trees around us.
What kind of trees?
How
How big are they? What color are they?
What's their names?
they don't have names. They're going to be large sized. They're going to be pretty tall. And they're going to have like a big throw of leaves. I'm all about that. They're probably going to be brown trees. The leaves are probably gonna be like green and yellow.
Did you know that palm trees are actually big grass and not trees?
The things you learn every day.
Bum, 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 bum.
So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna grow 4 large trees and put them in different quarters of us.
Okay.
We can't.
You roll a d20. Nature check.
Make sure one of us doesn't get a tree up our ass.
It's a good idea. Thank you.
All right, let's see.
Dexterity.
What's my nature? Yes. 18 nature.
Okay. So you take some time and you concentrate, and over some time, some of the tree just kind of comes out of nowhere. It grows.
Mhm.
It's pretty.
Awesome.
While he's been growing trees, I've been slowly simmering some steak that I have squirted upon lemon, and I have placed it upon a bed of spinach with some sliced bell pepper, which I have cooked in a small pot with some garlic for the tea.
Okay.
But very specific.
Sounds amazing.
It does sound pretty good.
What are you cooking there, Bull?
Food.
That's good.
It's ready.
What kind of
Oh, why,
steak?
thank you. Very kind.
Steaky?
Squirrel steak?
I take a bite. Do I like it?
I don't know. Do you like it? Is it real steak? Is it good?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
lemony garlic steak with a bed of vegetables.
Okay. So you guys take some time and make some food, and
Boo is on Whole 30.
The steak. It's a little dry.
And the last thing I'm going to do for protection.
I roll a 5 for heartbreak.
And the last thing that I'm going to do for our camping protection is
And now he rolls a 20 for heartbreaking.
I have
I
16
am
bucks to give.
going to cast.
No more, no less.
It's like 10 minutes to cast, so I'm going to be chanting for 10 minutes. But I'm going to cast Druid Grove around us.
okay.
And you want me to send you that map that I made?
No, I haven't.
Cool. That's what I did.
Okay.
So
How long does it last?
it lasts for 24 hours. So once I'm done chanting and casting, you guys see like this pickup of wind around us in like a 20-foot radius, and then the plants start to kind of grow and writhe and start to grow around it, like making another kind of protective wall. And then within that, you see a fog, a very gentle fog that's kind of, it looks like there's like green fireflies that's kind of flying around. And the ground under you is moving in a way that you feel like you can't do anything wrong. Like you can't fall or anything on this land. And even when you think it like you're tired, you want to take a nap or something, it like the leaves grow and make a bed for you or a chair or anything to comfort you. That'll do.
Anything I think of the comforting?
So how's everyone feel?
You alright?
The food was pretty good, if I say so.
Nice.
I'm very weary though. I'm going to go to a different world for the night.
I'm sorry?
What?
What?
You're going to go where for the night?
To sleep?
You said a different world?
No. Sure didn't. Anyways, good night.
Do I catch his line? Do I catch it? Is he lying?
Inside check? You can roll a deception check. If you want.
Oh man. My insight was shit. 22 insight.
What's your deception?
22.
Do it again. Or you can't read them.
Wait, but you rolled a natural?
Yeah, I rolled natural 20.
Oh, natural 20?
Yeah.
Well, I
That's
mean,
gonna win.
I'll get it.
yeah, I would say so.
Oh, I might have had something in my ears. Okay, cool.
Probably.
Did you bring your own tent? Did you bring a sleeping bag?
No, I'm just gonna sleep in the vines over here.
You said it makes
So-
a bed, right? So like a little hammock
Mm-hmm.
pops up, and I just kind of crawl in.
Okay.
And like it
you know,
I watch
makes a
him
little
do that.
cocoon around me.
Over in my corner, the grass has taken the shape of something that has the semblance of roslyn, and I'm trying to like pat it down to go away so no one sees.
Marakaboo, are you kidding me right now?
I didn't do it on purpose.
Ah,
That comforts you?
I can't give you any gifts without you turning him into Rosalind.
How does that comfort you?
Don't ask. I don't want to know. And I'm not gonna say that. I wanted to say something, but I won't say that. How's Baka taking to it? Is he chill?
He's sleeping.
Oh, good night, Baka.
He's gonna show.
All right. So, are we doing watch tonight, or what do we want to do?
I'll sit up for a bit. You guys wanna? Whoever wants to bed down. I just came back.
Talk's gone. Talk's already gone.
I just finished a run, so I'll need a little, just a little deceleration.
All right, cool. And as I kind of like sit on the ground, like a bed forms of like roots and plants,
Okay.
like a nice quilt of leaves. There we go.
I spin around in a circle, spin back around the other way, then and it makes like a little beanbag type thing.
Yeah.
Good choice.
All right, cool. So
We're asleep.
Boo is taking first watch. So no ma.
Perception check.
11. 11.
11. Okay. Your watch goes with no issue.
And as that comes to a close, I would like to try to take a look around and see who seems to be very deep in sleep and who's a little more restless.
Perception check.
That's better, 19.
19. I mean, Torque is always seems to be heavy in sleep. In this instance, I would say Nahi and Jadobi are a little light at the moment.
Okay, I'll go and I'll wake Jadobi to take next watch.
No, Giselle, no, not yet, not again. Rest.
I shake him a little harder.
Okay, Giselle, okay.
I mean, I'm blue.
What?
As Jadobi wakes up, you see there's an image of what looks to be Giselle in the bushes next to him, and then the fuck, I fucked it up. And then Varxa on the other side,
I hit them both. It's the leaves.
the half orc.
Don't ask. Is it my turn?
Apparently, it's always your turn, yeah.
Fatigue. Sorry, sleeping.
Good night, Will.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll take next watch.
Okay.
Sit and
Perception
chill. Sit and chill,
Sitting
chill and
at
sit.
the edge of my grove. Keep an eye on everyone that goes.
9.
9. Okay. Kind of distracted by your dreams. You're kind of staring off into the stars. What can you can make out to be stars off in the distance through the clouds, but seems to go with no issue.
Cool.
And what
Okay.
appear to be stars are actually the eyes of creatures watching us that are much closer.
Nice. Okay. I'm getting kind of tired. What about the old man? No, I'll trust him. Denahi, I'll pick her. I'll kind of like start to nudge you in your beanbag. Dean. Were you about to stop me?
I'm gonna nudge you in the big bag.
What is
That was
going
meant to be
on?
clean.
I know. It was me that went there.
God.
I was thinking.
Were you about to slap me just now?
Yeah, sorry. Is it my
Get
turn?
me in the meat bag.
Hellish rebuke!
Thought about it.
You know, I think you can legally kill someone within 1 minute of waking up, and you're fine. Just for the record.
All right, I'm knocking out, and I fall on her beanbag.
I go out towards. I sit in front of the campfire. And it forms like a little grovey chair for him.
Okay. Perception check.
With a slap to the tail.
It's made
15.
exactly
15?
for her.
Okay. Your watch goes with no issue, and the sky starts to lighten up at the end of the evening. The morning is yours.
Oh, we don't need a third one?
That was
I mean, a fourth one?
No, you always do 3.
I put up all this protection and didn't even hit. That's cool, though. Everything's alright, right? Good morning. Barakabu, stop. Stop. Morning. Who's making breakfast?
I proceed to make a meal of.
Time to go.
Almost. We're gonna eat breakfast first.
Yes. I
See you
make
there.
A meal of vegetables and cheese wrapped in cooked egg inside a sourdough bun.
Why take some of
Is
that?
it good?
Why are you asking me? He's the one who made it.
Well, you have to be like. Okay. Is it good, Jeremy?
Yes. And healthy.
I'm gonna go into Denahi's bag and start taking out rolls and stuff. Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I roll a
I should ask you. I'm sorry. Can
17 for offense.
Can I? I'm sorry. Can I have a couple rolls?
You take offense.
You have one.
1, 2.
One.
So, as you guys are doing that, and Baka's just like, we gotta go, and he kind of like reaches over his shoulder and pulls some of the plants off his back and eats them. And you see like a little puddle on the ground, and he goes in the puddle, and he kind of splashes, like he kind of sits by, he's splashing it in like in his body a little bit,
Taking a horse bath.
and then it goes.
Time to go.
I throw up
Here we-
Jeremy's breakfast for breakfast.
I put the roll back into Denahi's bag. I'm not hungry.
Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Refreshing.
All right. I gather everything. and Brett.
Okay.
The boys. I'm gonna call them the boys.
I puncture my finger and I feed Solo the squirrel a bit of blood.
What in the world is happening?
Special Azamar blood.
You went for it.
Alright.
It
Surprise,
leaps for the
it's a
neck
vampire
of somebody.
I'm gonna start heading into the forest, and I'm gonna cast Speak with Plants on myself.
Okay.
Good morning. Hello there. Hello, friends. Hello.
You hear whispers.
Plants are just really excited. They never go anywhere.
We're going on a trip?
Should we be? We're going up to the town over there. Should we be wary of anything? Any warnings?
No.
Oh, all right.
No!
Thank you. Thank you.
Plants say, let the rabbits wear glasses.
They say everything's good.
There's one tree in the back.
The one rickety tree in the back.
This is like what the plants would say on Rick and Morty.
Do it! Is Zen present? Is he with us?
Why are you asking me? I don't know if he's here.
You're the DM. I have to ask you these.
You asked the player? I don't know if he's here.
Is Zen here? Is Zen with us? Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yes, I'm
Do I
fine.
see Zen? That's the.
I'm right here.
Okay.
Roll call.
Making sure.
Roll call.
And I just keep moving forward. With my head on the swivel, even though like the trees can just tell me what's happening.
Okay.
That's it. That's what I'm doing.
Okay. So you take some time, and you do continue to follow Baka, and he starts to go up the stairs. There's
Baka, when you get to this library, what are you planning to read? What kind of books are you looking for?
I'm not coming here to read.
Where are you going there for?
I'm coming to sit.
To sit?
Yes. You ask a lot of questions.
I've only asked you
He
two.
really does.
That's
There's more to
too
come.
many questions.
He gets it.
Sorry for this one, Baka.
Don't apologize for me. I'm escorting him.
Then
We're
apologize.
escorting him. No, why? I'm asking you a question.
he's already up the steps at this point.
He's too old to go that far.
Every time you take your eye off him, it seems like he's traveled quite a ways.
So Baka, you're just going to sit? What do you mean going to sit? And we're talking to walking.
Yes, I'm going up here to sit.
To sit on what? Or why?
A chair. What do you sit on?
You're traveling a day and a half to go to a library to sit on a chair.
Yes.
You mind?
Inside check. You don't trust anybody.
I don't. It's your fault.
He never does. He literally challenges everything that somebody says.
12 total.
Yeah, he's telling the truth.
Okay, well, great. All right, wonderful. Keep going.
Right.
Okay, let's
I
go
didn't say
up
that.
the steps. There we go.
How'd you sleep, Zim? Was it Zen? Zen, sorry.
What was that?
Invaders. Invaders.
I love that show.
Zin Zim's out of
Were the vines okay? How they made you a
It wasn't the
bed?
flattest bed ever, but it was okay.
That's
I
because
bet
it was
it's
a
good.
hammock, Zen.
Why would you want to sleep on a flat bed?
Flat bed, dear Lord, what? It's like he doesn't listen. There was a hammock. Thank you, Torque. You pay attention. It cradles the body better than a bed.
Okay, Zen. I'm glad you haven't lost the building yet. And I try one.
Okay. So you do take some time, and you get to the large building that is up on in the mountain side. It looks like it to be a cliff of sorts, and outside of the building there is a very large tree, not quite a redwood, but something along those natures, and it is the canopy of that really shades this structure from the sun and the elements above, and Baka just walks right in.
I guess this is it. I follow.
I'm beginning to wonder who's escorting who.
As long as we're getting paid for it, it's fine. I guess. It's whatever.
And if the forest
Are we?
protects,
Who do we collect from?
if the forest protects
Who said anything
everyone
about
from
money?
anything evil, then why would they need an escort?
Good question.
It's probably full of evil anyway.
You keep going.
Okay.
You're so positive.
As you walk into this building structure, from the outside it looks like it's about a 3-4 story building. Kind of run down. The outside wood and stonework don't look too impressive at all. But the second you walk into this space and you look up immediately, you notice that the ceiling and the space inside looks like it's 3, 4, 5 times as big on the inside than it is on the outside. It's relatively 5, 7, 8 stories high. It looks like there's actually like stairs that go down into a larger place. The entire space is full of books.
I'm gonna look around for anyone. There was someone.
That's a lot to read.
That is a lot to read. I'm sure there's great stories in there.
As I look around at the books, do any of them have traces of any type of aura?
Ooh, insight check.
It's a
Hmm?
26.
26. As you're looking around, an image does catch your eye to the right-hand side, where there seems to be like a center desk of sorts, where there is a being there, the direction where Baka is walking. You do see Baka's energy, which is very light, and then another being's energy is also light. And behind him, there is a gate that looks to be locked and barred, and back there you see several things that have light emanating from it.
I'm gonna head that way.
I'm gonna yell out, Gunell! Nistal, are you here? Gunell?
Why are you yelling?
Oh, sorry I didn't see you.
I am standing literally in front of you.
Apologies. Hi. We were sitting here to escort Zen and Baka here.
Job well done, thank you. Excuse me, sir, where are you going?
Back there.
You can't go back there, I'm sorry.
Okay, can I go back there?
No, I just said you can't go back there. What are you looking for?
You have glowing books.
And he kind of like pulls out little glasses and like another pair of glasses that clip on the front that get a little bit longer. Interesting.
What is Gunell?
Yes, we do have glowing books, but they're not just for any wanderer who walks into this building.
Oh, I'm Barakabu. I'm not a wanderer.
Nice to meet you, Barakabu. What was your question?
What does Gunell look like?
He's very old, even way older than your mother, elf. Like, old enough to where he probably shouldn't be alive kind of elf.
Gotcha.
Like, crazy old.
Crazy.
Like, crazy old.
Whole elf?
Yes. Are you looking at him a bit? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Are you looking for anything
Got
specific?
Tourette's? What's going on?
I am.
Well, I can see things, and I just noticed that those books were special, and I wanted to look closer at them.
Well, I mean, some of those books have several different incantations on them, and some of them are a little of darker magic, and we kind of keep them there as a protective measure. I mean, if there's something specific you're looking for, we can try to retrieve it, but I can't just let you wander in there. Apologies.
Anything in there that would be of particular use to a monk?
Monk, you say?
Yes.
Nothing that strikes the mind at the moment, but there's
Or perhaps a healer.
interesting. I mean, we have plenty of books in this space. If you give me something specific you're looking for, I can try to locate it in this.
Books on vampires.
The Beginner's Guide to Healing People. For this one.
Well, I've got the beginner stuff down.
Oh.
Yeah, when I was in the future, my friend taught me.
Oh. We need to have a chat about your future
Healing for
experience.
dummies.
Very interesting, very interesting.
Yes. Well, the healing books are over there on the second floor.
But I want a special healing.
I don't know if we have any special healing books. None that I have prepared, that is.
Well, we might be here a while.
Fair enough. Yes.
Yeah. But maybe I'll take a look at the others in the meantime.
Sure. Vampires, you say?
Yes.
Why in heaven's name would you be looking for vampires? And who the hell told you about that?
I have
The
an odd
vampires?
fantasy about them. Should we?
Tell me what?
About the vampires?
You've seen a vampire?
Zen, how old do you
I
know?
thought of several.
Do you know this?
And you're
You know
old?
this person, do you?
And you're alive?
I've met them
Cross
before,
conversations.
briefly.
Yeah.
Interesting.
They've come down to
Actually,
visit the other
fought
libraries.
The
But
vampires.
Book traders.
Or sort of the vampire, like the vampire's vampire.
You fought Victor? And
Yeah.
you're still alive?
Well, we sort of ran away from him.
Interesting. He goes back to the cage, and looks like he unlocks.
Ooh, the restricted area.
He does something with like one hand, and you watch as like all like 12 locks all like magically unlocked. The gate opens up, and he walks in, and he just doesn't even like enter the space, but he kind of enters his body towards the threshold of the door, and puts his hand out, closes his eyes, and a book comes off of the shelf to his hand, and he comes out, and he closes the gate. The second he closes the gate, all the locks lock. And you see, with your essence, you see that this book has like a black essence coming off of it. Be very careful with this book. What languages do you all speak?
Demonic.
Great question.
Besides common, I speak Elvish, Gnomish, Druidic, and Celestial.
Common and giant.
Draconic as well.
Celestial, infernal.
Sylvan, Orc, Giant, Elvish, Common.
Well, any of you who speak Celestial will be able to read this book.
Is that just me?
It's just you.
It's me too.
No. Reading party.
Follow me.
For two people.
So he walks to another room, and he kind of waves his hand a little bit, and a door comes out of nowhere, essentially, and opens up, and there's like looks to be a room with several chairs in there. And he places the book right on the table. By all means.
So, are you going to be paying us for the escort, or is Tara?
I know nothing about paying anyone for an escort.
Is he lying?
I'm
Side
just
check.
reading while he's haggling.
Okay. Well,
And
the
I
book
rolled a 20.
the book doesn't open yet. What's the 24?
I don't know if I was gonna roll anything, so
Sure,
I rolled an
sure.
actual 20.
Fair enough.
22.
22. Yeah, he's telling the truth.
Alright, thank you.
Are you choosing to read this book as well?
I don't think he needs my help. I think you got it. You can just tell me what you find.
Oh, okay. If you wanna, I guess, figure out how we're getting paid, I'll read the book.
Yes, I'll minutes on that.
Okay. Very well. Call out to me when you're done. And as he does that, the door closes and the entire. Did you want to go in there? Okay. I can reverse it for a second if you want to go. Okay. So the entire room seems like there's no walls, there's no windows. This entire magical space If you do your insight check, the entire room is glowing. There's no way out.
So I'm in a glowing room by myself with a book that is black as night.
Yes.
I will open it.
Okay. And you'll start reading it. What's everyone else doing?
I have another request.
Yes.
Do you have any books on hamsters?
Hamsters. Yes, I mean we have quite a few books on the 3rd floor about animals and wildlife.
Great.
Giant space hamsters.
All
I'll
right.
be back.
Anyone else?
Is there anyone besides you who works here?
No, it's just me. Why are there fucking birds in here though? That's weird.
Oh, we might have left the door open. Sorry.
I find it soothing.
You're soothing.
I'm up here. Oh, it's just the pop-up book. It makes noises.
This book wants to eat my hand.
Is anyone else here?
No, it's just me.
Is he lying?
It's a check.
I mean, the music was otherwise.
I just need some
Oh,
background.
natural one.
No, that's a 7.
7?
20 total.
20 total. Was it a natural 1?
It was not. It was a 7.
Okay. No, he's telling the truth.
Okay. Okay. Well, is it in here? Do I see Zen? It's not around?
I've wandered off somewhere.
Zen!
Do I?
Zen!
I should probably.
Yeah, I mean, it echoes inside of a library very, very easily.
You hear a
What?
I follow the voice. This escort thing. Was Matara paying us? Were you paying us?
Wasn't me. I'm broke.
Is he lying?
You don't have to roll deception.
This
if you're not
deception.
lying.
what?
24.
I might be lying.
Hey, Barackable, I'm sending you something instead of me trying to say a whole lot of things.
I'm not broke.
You're not? Okay, alright.
If I can find...
I'm
broken.
just trying to figure out where the gold is coming from, is all it is.
The librarian here should be kind enough to pay you.
He didn't know anything. Have you seen
Very
Baka?
well.
The formatting might be off, but we're gonna get a
He's
Facebook
floating
message.
around here somewhere. Let me go find him.
I kind of start to wander off.
I find the hamster page and I rip it out. In my pocket. Close the book. Put it back.
Sleight of hand.
Huh?
Sleight of hand, please. Some of the information that you get, Barackable, would be some of the information you would know. Obviously, anything that pertains to Victor and all that stuff would be new information for you. And I can give you a few more details too in a sec. What was your sleight of hand?
20.
20?
Baby.
Perception check?
1.
Natural 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm following Zen to Baka.
Okay. Baka is sitting at the table where Ganal is.
Baka, do you know who was supposed to pay us for your escort?
No one said anything about paying for an escort?
Is he lying? 20, 31.
Telling the truth.
Great. Thank you for that. Thank you. I hope you're enjoying your sit. Alright. That's all, I guess. I'm upset.
Really? Hadn't guessed.
The man thinks he should be paid for everything.
I did not say that. We agreed on this because it was.
Can you make a perception check? 14. As you walk away, you do see a very, very faint, like, flicker, glimmer in the shape of his face and everything else.
Shape of his face?
Yeah, like his face kind of flickers.
And
Not like
Baka? In Baka's
yeah,
face?
yeah. Not like the Matrix when a cat walks away and he flickers, but something similar to that effect.
I'm gonna take a closer look at Baka. I'm sorry, I thought I saw something.
Yes, can I help you?
I'm going to inspect his face.
Investigation check.
Well, so that's going to be 12 plus. Damn it. 13.
13. Okay. I mean, he looks like a very old, grumpy turtle.
It just seems like I just saw something. Do I sense anything magical about him?
You can do an Arcana check if you want.
Hey, Zen!
Yes.
Jesus. Arcana is 6 plus 1, 7.
7. Nothing seems out of the ordinary.
Does your friend know magic?
Probably.
Probably.
Detect magic on him.
Let me look that up.
I believe they can detect magic within like a 20-foot range or something, and it tells them like what kind of magic it is.
Let me look this up real quick.
To the rule books.
Anyone else doing anything?
Let me pull my book out and see how this works.
Hello? Hello? Right now I'm busy, so you have to wait a second.
I have to pee.
Twice.
I can't. I'm just gonna make the call. You do sense that there is some sort of magic being used in his vicinity.
What's wrong?
Yes, Barakabu, are you ready to leave?
Yeah, unless you have anything else you want me to read for you.
That's the book that you required.
Oh. Okay.
The door opens. He kind of hovers in and he grabs the book.
Mm.
Did you find what you were looking for?
Maybe.
The DM could probably answer some questions too if there's specific things you were wanting answers for. And he leaves.
Speaking to the librarian.
Sure.
So from this book, I understand this is the 5th time that Victor has returned,
That's about right, yes?
and that the dragons were of the same creation as him under Jocelyn, who was a fallen.
I believe there might have been a typo in there, but yes. Jocelyn did she started meddling with dragons, with chromatic dragons.
But Granasso was the result of her experiments.
Correct. Granasso was her first creation. I believe I wrote in there that she created the chromatic dragons, but that's incorrect. I need to fix that.
Is this why he seems to be a little
A hybrid?
jealous or perturbed with Victor? They have a sort of sibling rivalry.
They do, yes. They've been around almost the same amount of time. Granasso is very old.
I was trying to find in the details
So is Zen.
more information about how they vanquished Victor each time, though he does come back.
Yes, and in the book you would have gotten details that they tried several different ways of eradicating Victor in the material plane, and the final group that did slay him, which was Jadobi's grandfather in that group, did find out through magical and interrogation means that Victor, once is slain on the material plane, goes to his castle, his lair in the Shadow Ward, and starts to regrow over 500 years. He then needs to be killed, and if he's killed in the castle, in his lair in the Shadow Ward, after he's slain on the material plane, they believe that he could be vanquished permanently.
Does the Shadow Ward itself also have a gem of power?
Gems of power, you say?
Yeah.
Yes, it actually does. The issue is, no one's been able to find Victor's castle in the Chateau Ward.
And any weakness to Granasso?
His arrogance, perhaps? He tends to focus on one thing at a time. I mean,
Gathered that.
with enough allies, perhaps. I know the Druids have attempted to slay him, but the Druids tend to be very heavy-sided on one side of the class system. If you had a balanced group with enough reinforcements and an ability to keep the dragon from flying away, I'm sure you're aware that the dragon does produce fire acid, and lightning. So to be able to fight essentially 3 ancient dragons at once is a son of a bitch.
Alright. Was it just me and the librarian, or was everybody eavesdropping on that?
I mean, he wasn't talking very quietly, and the whole space does echo, so,
Okay.
I mean, some people...
Just didn't know if I needed to reiterate. And if so, party. Reiteration.
Do you have any books on the pillars? Bring up the goddess of death.
Riha.
Yes.
A lot of that information was in the book. Your friend Barakabu should be able to disclose some of that information with her. The information specifically for the beacons or the pillars that they do, it requires 5 beacons to perform this ritual to bring Riha back to the material plane. So once she was banished, which is information that you just got, once she was banished out of the material plane, she grew stronger within the darkness and became the goddess of darkness. And because of Azir's restrictions on Ukodor specifically, gods and goddesses cannot walk and meddle with affairs on Ukodor anymore. So this ritual is like a loophole that Victor has taken 1,000+ years to figure out.
One other thing, bookkeeper.
Yes.
How can I speak with Travanus?
Travanus. I imagine how any believer speaks with a god or goddess. You talk. I think it's up to them to respond.
Is there anywhere that a response would be more assured than others?
I mean, there's some temples here and there. I'm not quite sure specifically where there are any. But you can always try. If you have a sigil of hers, perhaps, which I do not have, if that's your next question, you could, find a temple and pray to her if you are a true believer of Travanus and the balance that she seeks.
Right. Thanks.
Thank you. And he goes and puts the book away. Zen, so when you did your detect magic on Baka, it did seem that was not his true form.
Do I have any inclination to knowing what his true form might be? Or
No, either the magic that was used to turn into this is restricting that knowledge.
I'm gonna walk away from Baka as he sits. I'm gonna act like I'm looking at kind of like the books, like reading the books on the wall. And I'm going to activate my haircut. Talk. I need you. Can you come here, please?
Where are you?
You can find me by Baka.
Okay.
And Ika's with me, yeah?
Yeah, I'm sure he's in there somewhere.
Eating books.
When I was
thinking
looking
that, actually.
for the book energy earlier, you said that I saw Baka and the bookkeeper. Did I notice anything odd?
No, they both had light. They both were beings of light.
Baka,
Yes.
I'm looking for a particular book I believe is upstairs and my knees are a little creaky. It was the one I left about the time travel. I wanted to get a little bit of insight on that before speaking to Boo about what's going on there. Could you help me get that book if you're feeling up to it, of course?
I think my knees are a little shot as well.
Ah, very well.
I mean, I'm damn near 50, for God's
Alright,
sake.
well,
They only live to be
Jadobi,
50.
if you don't mind helping an old man up the stairs and help me get the book.
How about I bring the book down? Then?
Can you both roll a deception check?
bother.
Because you were...
The second
Deceivingly
Torque arrives,
obvious.
gonna do something.
Okay.
I'm just waiting for it.
I'm there by now, I suppose.
Yes.
Deception. 19 deception.
Okay.
Only thinks of sketchies every time you say that.
Ooh.
5.
5. What are you doing?
I'm waiting for Torque.
Torque isn't far. He's there.
Is there?
I'm here.
Oh. Hey.
How long does it take for me to walk
I
over
don't know.
you?
I don't know how good this is. Hey, Torque, thanks for coming. Stand ready, okay?
All right.
At 4th level, I'm gonna walk up to Baka. Hey Baka, I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic at 4th level.
4th level.
Yes.
Ooh, that's very interesting.
Spell. 1 second.
Yeah. We were reading your thing though while all this is happening.
When I see him do this, I then pull out my axe.
1 second. Doing a rule thing real quick. Just gotta make sure I'm doing stuff right.
Doing it right.
Cool. As you go and do that, Baka stands up almost instantaneously and moves his hand to counter that. But while he does that, he moves his other hand a little bit more the other way. You watch as his form grows and 2 wings pop out and unfurl next to each other. Well, Jadobi, I see that your heart is only for the coin.
That is not true.
I like books.
I've seen that. Very curious. Like a child, almost.
You know, I keep getting that today.
But that's a good thing, Barakabu. Please hold on to that purity. So, why did you assume that there was a money exchange for this favor that I was asking for you?
I guess I just assumed that this escort was going to be paid, but it seems I was wrong.
Yes.
It's okay. It's fine.
It's all right. Just kind of getting a lay of the lands, really, and preparing you for this quest that you are going to attempt. You must not trust anything outside of the city.
As the trees told me as well.
Yes.
I tried to get him to go up the stairs.
It's hard to keep.
You said he
Jadobi down.
in wings. Are they like mine?
It's Matara.
Oh.
She's an Arakokra.
Oh, okay.
Always be guarded. Try not to assume too much, and you will pass your test.
So I failed by trusting you as the Tortle man.
Failed is a strong word. I think your assumptions that there was a coin exchange. It's more of a motives, essentially. But I also was not born yesterday and understand that coin helps get items and things to complete a task easier or simpler. So I'm not... No, you did not fail. It was just the first step in a test.
I don't carry money.
You don't wear pants either.
It's a pay to play world we live in.
Don't wear white after Labor Day.
I don't know what else to
Never
say.
get into a land war
I
with
just
Asia.
kind of stand there. I don't know what to say. Kind of speechless. Don't know what to do.
But since
Never
we're
get
here
to
in
Sicilian
the
war.
library, is there anything specific you'd like to understand from me or from our keeper here? I understand this is very
Yes.
off-putting.
Yeah, it
Yes.
took me completely off guard, and so I'm having to recollect my thoughts.
Of course, that was kind of the intent.
Yes, yes. I'm sure that there are things that I would like to look up, but first, at this time, not exactly. I'll think on it.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm just gonna take a walk around the place and look around and think for a minute.
Sure.
That's what I'm doing.
I would be here if anyone has any other questions.
What did you want, Jadobi? Where are you going?
Just give me a minute.
Okay.
When you are ready to complete any other tasks, please let me know. I've been to most of the trees in the area, and I can help get you there quickly.
The trees didn't tell you about.
The stabbing, yes, we're aware of that.
Okay.
I'm aware of everything on my land.
Just stabbing. It sounds so terrible. Mere paper cut.
Okay.
One little prick and everyone's up in a tussy.
Is there anything else anyone would like me to fetch, or guidance of any sort?
Could you, do you know anything about, blessings and, food items?
Yes, we actually have on the 7th floor, we have all sorts of food and drink and purity things up there as well.
Thank you, thank you.
You're very well.
Oh, it's a long journey.
Yes, you're welcome to stay as long as you want.
Ah, thank you, thank you.
Always use another intelligent old being of sorts.
Does this library have any account of the history of the open palm? The honor palm?
I actually don't believe so. They keep that quite secret.
But I'm of the honor palm.
Oh. I suppose if you find a monastery, you should be able to inquire in their archives. But they do not make that public.
Yeah, I was hoping for something that would not be biased.
Ah.
Matara, do you have any books on the temple in the Misty Wilds?
Of Kohir?
Yes.
Don't have any books. I have a little knowledge of the place, but...
I think you may have already given me that.
Well, do you have a specific question, or...
If we're going to this temple, I'm trying to be as prepared as I can for it, know anything I can of it, any lore, any last stories or people disappearing within, any protection. I'm trying to learn anything about it, anything and everything I can get my hands on.
Well, the jungle is very dangerous, so treat it as any other jungle out there, where the plants, the trees and everything will try to kill you. It's the nature of a jungle. The temple wasn't always cursed. The cultists of sorts kind of worship the Zohir, is what he is called, the being that is within the temple. Not quite sure. Not many people have gone in or even near. But I wish I could be more help. But
People worship this Zohir.
yes, there are cultists that do hang around the temple.
Alright. Do you know what this Zahir is? Whether it's a god, or it is a being, or it is a creature or a person?
It is a magical being of sorts. I am not sure what form it is. It is definitely not a god or a demigod. It is mortal. It can be killed. But I do not know anything else other than that.
Okay, alright. Okay. Great. That's good to know. What can you tell us about the... Are there books on the mines of the Frost Peaks?
Not that I am aware of, no. The knowledge that I have with the mines is it was roughly when Granasso took over the outside of the gate. The mines are the other side of that gate. The gate is over there. It's restricted any travel through either way of the gate, of course. The only way to get to this plane is by plane shifting of sorts. The mines were still in use. There was obsidian mined from there and crystal. All inhabitants of that mine have been slain. We have not seen any survivors out that way at all.
Alright, okay. Do you perhaps have a book on the planes? Different knowledge of the planes?
Sure.
Fire, water.
He kind of directs you to where that information is. What information are you looking for specifically, or are you just general?
Anything. The dangers within, what to expect when one gets there.
Sure.
Is there a city to look out for?
There is signs of life and cities within the fire and the water plane, same as the Shadow Ward. It doesn't have any within the books and in the text that they have. They don't have any names of the cities, but there seems to be at least one somewhat metropolitan area that where people can go and at least. Because there still is trade within the different planes, even though some of the planes are a little bit more hostile, like the fire plane. But within the books about the planes, they do talk about the gems, and they do talk about, the earth elemental plane does grant, strength through stone, and the fire elemental plane is powered through fire, and it continues on through the different elements that give different. Abilities of that sort, which you found by, Torque's gems. The airplane is clarity through the divine. The water plane is strength through speed. The moon gem that is found in the Fey Ward is balance through nature. And the shadow gem that is found in the Shadow Ward, peace through death.
I agree with that one.
Great. Okay. Thank you for letting me see this book. It definitely shines some light
Of course.
on things. Okay, well, I guess that's it for me. Zen's here peacefully. Baka was just an illusion. And I'm good.
So should we ask Mazar for the next task?
Sure. Do you have another task for us?
Well, nothing.
Did we perhaps prove ourselves to you by this journey so we can get that gift to fly beyond the protective wall, wind wall thing?
I have 2 bracelets. All we have to spare are 2. There's only enough created for the Arakulkra that do circle the lands.
Yes.
And we have lost 2 brothers.
Oh, sorry.
And my children are not old enough to be doing anything of that nature. So I can give you 2 bracelets that will allow you to fly remotely unscathed through the plains. However, like I mentioned, we cannot fly in the blank on it, the wild.
Misty Wilds, yeah.
Yeah, we cannot fly there, but you can fly around the mainland with no issue. Flying from one island to another is also not advised, even for us. So just be wary of that.
If we kill off another Arakoka, we can give them the bracelets.
That's troubling.
Bracelets?
Yeah.
However,
We have bracelets.
we have 2 tasks at hand, and the choice is yours.
I was upstairs reading.
I can travel via plants to the north or to the Misty Wilds. We can use the tree that's right out front, and I can get you there as quickly as you're aware as possible. So you all let me know, and we will embark on that journey.
Thank you. Thanks for giving us time to think.
You seem to be pretty intent on those Misty Wilds.
No, you seem to be pretty intent in the Misty Wilds. You want to go say something about tropical weather or something.
Oh, yeah, the warmer weather and the fruit was nice, it sounded.
Yes.
But I thought you really wanted to go to that other temple.
Well, remember what she said, that there's two possible places of where these gems may be. Either the temple in the Misty Wilds or in the mines of the Frost Peak. It sounds like we should go to the wilds first, since you like to go there, so why not check it first?
Sure. No, he would also appreciate warm weather.
I wouldn't mind some hunting.
Torque,
What?
any preference?
No.
Well, I guess this is goodbye again, Zen.
Yes, thank you for bringing me here safely. I appreciate it.
No problem.
In the short time I've been here, I've been able to concoct up something for you.
I hand him a single jar of pickles.
Do they look any different than the ones that I've gotten before?
No. But they're new.
When you say they're new, can you
Yes.
elaborate?
I've tried a little something I've been reading in this book, you see. I think I've made them a little bit better. So, yes.
Oh, are you lying?
I'll eat one.
No, I'm not lying.
Okay.
I'm eating.
scarred. I've been lied to so much.
I'm so scared.
Can you make a dexterity saving throw first?
Are these
Yeah, it's a
these
30.
aren't edible?
30.
Of course they're edible.
Okay.
All my
As you
pickles
do it,
are edible.
no,
so
you
look-
grew pickles and they blew up that one time.
Those are not edible pickles.
Did I see him do that?
That's pickle
I give him the
goo.
pickle.
Don't goo the pickles.
Is it the same roll for the pickle?
No, it's different. I'll send it to you.
Okay. What is
My
it?
squirrel just ate the pickle.
Oh, what'd you get? It's a D10. Or wait,
D10.
it's a D8. Sorry.
4.
He's good. He feels absolutely great.
What's the bad number? I want to know. What's the bad number?
It was 8.
It's 8.
Last
It's
time.
always,
Only
it's
8.
always been
Oh,
8.
I thought it was other number. Okay,
8
cool.
was the one that I was like, oh, I got an 8, and then it was
There's
like,
only
you're
one bad number, and I got it every time I ate a pickle.
I think we were doing it backwards at one point, but yeah.
Oh,
Well, you can 1 or 8. It's
Yeah.
Same difference.
yeah.
Same difference.
1 or
Different
8.
pickle.
Different pickle.
Thank you. For
Some
this.
jars are 8, some jars are 1.
Remember that time I dipped
Thanks
my
for
junk
these.
in the jar?
Of course.
I'm gonna give Denahi the pickle jar. You typically hold all the pickles.
Sounds good.
All right, but don't mix them up, please.
Pickle holder.
Actually, I'm gonna make a marking on it with something sharp, just like new pickles, so we know. So we're not gonna mix them up with the old pickles.
Okay.
Well, Zin,
That old pickle.
you're also my favorite.
Good to know. Good to know.
Very light.
I was rooting for you against the tiger, by the way.
No, you weren't.
Worked out. Well, Solo says bye, I think.
Goodbye, little fellow.
I'm gonna hand him another pickle.
Oh god.
7.
Woo! So I'm gonna make sure I collect the boys, and then.
Okay. Is everyone ready?
Good to see you, old man.
Good to see you too.
Fare thee well.
I hand and I was like,
Oh, and here, take this for your troubles.
I kind of shake a bag and hand it to him.
Bag
I don't hand it to you. I hand it to Torque.
Okay. What do you give him?
Some gold.
Okay.
How much?
So I'll let you determine how much I gave them.
Like 250.
Ha!
Oh man.
Why not?
How about tree fitty?
Tree fitty?
Tree
Are
fitty.
you gonna get back okay?
350.
What?
Are
350.
you gonna make it back okay?
I'll be alright.
So why did you need an escort?
Mostly
just-
for the entertainment.
That's a Zen answer right there. That's...
Okay. So,
Which I thank you very much for.
Happy to
Keep
So-
an eye on
serve.
this one.
the Misty Wilds
Keep
is
it
this,
interesting.
right?
Alright.
Misty
He's always
Wilds.
trying to thwart the interesting thing.
Yes, please. I heard that. Again, work on the whisper.
I will do. Did I whisper that time?
Yes,
No.
the Misty Mouse.
All right, follow me, please.
I follow.
So she walks out to the front cliff edge, and you do see that big giant redwood-looking tree. I'm sure you know the drill. I will open the pathway, and you will scurry through. Good luck. And she does her little magic, and the door on the tree does open up.
The walls of the tree.
The walls of the trees, yes. So the 4 of you plus Ica and Greg scurry through, make it to the other side, and immediately the second you get there, you're hit with just the warm, humid air of the jungle swamp area.
I don't like it here at all.
This is nice. This is okay.
Is it?
This sucks. My body runs hot.
How about the? Well, welcome. Here we are. Can I tell if we're on the edge of the island
You're
or
on the west side.
west side of the island?
Yeah. She didn't mention it. That's what she mentioned.
I stripped down to just the mantle of spell resistance as a loincloth.
Delicious.
Do I see pyramids? Where are we on the west side?
No. There's only one pyramid on the map. It's on the right hand side.
Well, okay, cool, okay.
What was the question?
I see pyramids on the map on the west side of the island.
You see a mountain on the left side.
A triangle, a perfectly pyramid triangle. Cool, dope.
I don't know what you're looking at, but
All right. Well, let's. It looks like the temple that we're looking for is on the far east side. What do you want? These.
it's a mountain. It's just shaded because these are all mountains.
Okay, cool. Dope.
Yeah, because unfortunately, when I printed it out, it came out darker than it's supposed to.
Gotcha. Well, looks like we just travel east. It's just one long island.
Alright.
Just travel softly and be careful and be aware. Speak with plants on myself.
Okay.
Hello there. Hello. Hi.
No answer.
No answer. Can you guys hear me? How about the plants? I mean, besides the trees, like the regular plants on the ground.
Yeah, you take some time and try to speak to any of the
Yes, the grass
vegetation.
streams with
No,
every
nothing speaks.
Do I feel like the magic work?
Yep. There's some sort of block.
Okay. Well, good to know. I can't speak with nature here. I can't speak with trees or plants. So.
Maybe they
Spell's
just have
not
nothing to
working, but
say.
they won't answer.
I felt that the magic worked. It's just I'm not getting an answer. Either there's some kind of protection or something on them, or I don't know. It's something to share.
Perception checks.
20.
20.
Natural 1.
9.
9.
22.
Jadobi and Barakabu. So you see that the jungle, imagine a jungle and a swamp had a baby. That's what this is. So like the trees and a lot of the vegetation is very jungle-like, but the ground is very marshy. So you see that you're on solid ground right now, but it only goes for another 20 feet or so, and it turns into more kind of light mist, but it starts to get a little sloshy, and then eventually does turn into like a swamp bog. But there is what looks to be like a long, like grassy mound or rock that is kind of centered on the bog that looks like it could be like a path, or you can go into you can either walk into the bog or the swamp, or you can walk on the rock surface that's a little bit above the water.
I kind of want to take this path. Do I see anything? I would like to inspect the path. I'm gonna check it out.
Well, I mean, with that check, are you looking for something specific, or?
Just making sure it's not just like a floating animal that I'm about to step on or something.
Okay, do a nature check.
Fell for that one before.
Not this time, buddy! 18.
Not gonna fall for the banana in the tailpipe.
24.
24. Looks like a rock it's got moss, and there's trees coming out of this structure. Or yeah, rock formation. Or
Do you guys
want
want to take this this path, or do you want to go around? I feel like going straight forward is fine.
Yeah, I think it'll be fine.
I have no fear.
I go first.
Okay.
Ooh,
So
Ika has our backs. Yeah,
has your what?
Ika is going to be behind us.
Okay, so the 5 of you do take some time and walk up on this mound to go through the bog. Continuing on, doing anything else?
I'm looking around, seeing
traps.
any animals, creatures.
Perception check.
I'm gonna summon out Nico.
Okay.
Who's gonna
So as you summon out Nico,
21 total.
and you all see this as well, there's a giant burst of purple fiery energy, and Nico is about twice the size that he was before, and it looks like Nico has reached his adult form.
Your friend's
he is
getting bigger.
He's standing there. He's flying there, kind of hovering in front of you in a bright purple.
Well, this is new.
He's all grown up. Not touching. Anyway, onward.
It is touching, yes.
Anyway, onward.
Who said that?
Nico.
Yes.
Oh.
I do fancy that name.
Wait a minute.
He can talk now?
Yes, I can talk. I understand Common and Draconic.
Cool. Hi.
Hello.
Please don't burn down the forest.
Persuasion check. Ooh, natural 20.
22.
I can't be persuaded.
I do what my mother requires of me. So if she wants me to burn it down, I will burn it down.
Burn to the ground.
We'll get there.
I give her a look.
If trees start attacking us, I'm gonna fuck shit up. Don't be surprised if it happens.
Fair defense. I'm
can-
down with defense.
Can everyone make a perception check real quick? We're about to wrap up.
If Zin was nearby, he would
Natural 20.
22
22.
total.
24 for me and 25.
Perception.
24 for you, 20 Ika? Yeah, perception.
5.
For Nico, too.
Ooh, 10 plus.
Wisdom. So
Yeah.
plus 4.
14.
14. So everyone except for Denahi and Nico, you hear a deep, like, gurgling voice off in the distance.
You're not going to find any animals. And it's really uncomfortable that you're standing on my back.
And as you hear that, you watch as two platforms coming out of the swamp, probably 150 feet long, funnel out. You see a tail come out of the ground,
Oh, good
and
Lord.
a giant head come out of the swamp and turns its head towards you. And right before you, you see what looks to be an adult green dragon with plants and vegetation kind of coming out of his head. And he looks at you and smiles. And that's what we're going to call it for tonight, guys.
I checked it. I checked it out. I looked at it.
You tried.
Thank you guys for watching tonight. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
TJ
As
for
always.
coming.
It's always
Yeah.
a pleasure.
Hey,
You guys are
great.
great.
Great having you in.
Don't forget to catch us on next week, Wednesday at 6:30, same time, and Laura of Ukodor on Monday.
I would like to say that TJ was the one who picked my dice to play tonight, and they were rolling really good, buddy.
On point.
Thank you.
We love you guys, and we will see you guys next week.
Bye, everybody.
Adios.
Bye, everybody.
Adios, amigos.